renovations, and we were in the club level, of what I was promised for the renovations of the club level, the structure itself was most of what they kind of pitched it to be. It was most of what they pitched it to be. The service that I was promised was 30% of what I was promised. So I'm just going to tell you my personal reaction. Hey, the bars are open early, the bars are open late. If you're one of these that likes to let traffic roll out, you don't want to sit outside in 25 degrees with your designated driver. By the way, I think that's important, and I lead the league in being a guy who likes him a Corona Premier or two, but has lots of courtesy bolts who don't drink. And I encourage you all to do that as well, or take an Uber. And whether it's, just do it, okay? Don't be Tony Romo, all right? You don't have to, don't do it. But they didn't do that. They're turning everything off like 15 minutes, and I get it because the employees want to go home. But why'd you pitch me on that? Just tell me that ain't going to be what it is. And so my expectation is what we're hearing right now. I think you're going to get a bigger parking lot. I think you're going to have more room to tailgate, right? I know that the plans include some like structures that will help service the tailgating. In other words, like buildings built for tailgaters, bathrooms that flush, concessions that can be bought. If you don't have time, usually I like to bring all my own crap, but today I didn't have time, you can buy some food out there, plop the chairs out, sit by the cars. They're gonna do a better job. They genuinely are trying to enhance your tailgating experience. I do believe they heard what the fans said. I do believe that they want to deliver on that. I do believe that that's a fairly cost-effective thing that they're going to do. Hey, getting into the stadium, they're adding designated, foot traffic paths, if you will, for mass amounts of people to go in and get in the stadium. Now, I don't know how fast you can get through the turnstiles and how many turnstiles you can have, but as far as getting through the lot, they've heard those things. They've got a blank canvas. They better be able to work the driving part of it, and people will be able to get around inside there once they enter the facility. I think they've heard all that. So I think you're going to get most of everything you want. But to me, it's going to be what's the service side of things. Like, is the food get better? Right? Does it get more plentiful? Do I have more options? Is it higher quality? Does it look like the picture you show me when you bring the TV stations out to shoot your new, nachos with eggs and brisket on it or whatever creation you've got? Is it going to look like that? Or by game number 3, is it going to be 30% the size of that? Because that's what I felt like happened when it came to the renovations. Okay? Oh, you're going to get, I took a picture of what was supposed to be a chicken nugget, and it was not as long as my thumb. And I ain't got big shoes. Like, I can't grip and throw an NFL football very well, okay? And if your chicken nugget isn't as long as my thumb, it sucks. Or excuse me, chicken finger. Not a nugget, a chicken finger. If it's not as long as my thumb, it's barely a nugget, okay? And so that, to me, is the part that has to be delivered is you're going to build the structure. Part of that's all, you got to write that off, and that's tack cost, but are you going to deliver the service once you get in there? Is it going to be a world-class building with half-ass service, or is it going to be a world-class building with world-class service? Okay? I think that's part of the equation as well. That's part of the equation as well. And so 913-810-810. Clark had more to talk about with the team, but I want to open it up. I know we've got some people that already want to chime in on the Chiefs, so I want to make sure we get to as many people as possible. Grab your phone lines right now, 913-810-810. You can always hit me up on the Twitter. It's at Soren Petro. It's the program off and running here on a Thursday. You listen to the program here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Soren, Petro with you. Big guy, Curtis. He's off today. He'll be back tomorrow. So you got a speaking engagement? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
How about that guy?
He's getting paid while not.
Takes a day off to work. How about that guy, huh? That's some work ethic. You learned something, snot nose. Look at that guy. He vacations to work.
Wasn't working last week.
No, you're right. That's true. That's a good point. 913-810-810. Clark Hunt addressing the media today. Answering questions. All things Chiefs. I think we get him here, and then maybe like in a playoff run, he usually pops up. But one of a couple of times a year that he's available. 913-810-810. I know we got a lot of people waiting in line. Let's get to the calls. We start with our friend Yazoo Jay. You're in the program, Jay. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, Soren. Thanks for taking the call. Love the show, of course, and what you do with the podcast as well.
Thank you.
On the Red, Gold, and Bold. I always listen, by the way. So, man, Soren, I got to be honest with you. Two things put me in a bad mood today. Let me start with number one, and then I'll get to the stadium.
Okay.
You know, every day I start my day, I get on my phone and I look at Instagram, and usually it's got a few highlights from what's happened at training camp over the last hour or two, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What have you.
Sure.
The first highlight I see today, now yesterday it was a Travis Kelce catch that he made in the Kenneth Walker run up the middle on, I think it was a 7-on-7 drill. And we all saw this. Today, though, we were all graced with a highlight of our favorite undersized 162-pound receiver, which, by the way, I have a tough time believing he broke any 40-yard record. I think I'd like to see the gun at Indianapolis on him breaking that 40-yard dash record. But it's anyway, Xavier Worthy, yet again, catching a bomb from Mahomes. And wouldn't you know, his footwork is so bad, he's absolutely out of bounds. So we haven't quite corrected that. But my hope is over the next 40 days at camp, he can maybe figure that out in year two. I don't know if you were graced with that clip as well.
I saw it, yeah.
Disappointing, right? And so that's a long-winded way of saying, Soren, sign me up for the Deebo Samuel, put me in that camp of putting him in the sweepstakes for the Chiefs, because this team won't go very far with a 37-year-old or however old Travis Kelce is tied in, and Xavier Worthy's footwork mess. And who knows if Rashee Rice can stay out of a jail cell. So I think I hope they're searching hard for a Deebo Samuels, or I'd even be interested in Keenan Allen. I can't believe I'm saying that, but that's where I'm at with the wide receiver core. Do you think they're in the sweepstakes for that? And then after that, I have a great PSL stadium question for you, if you don't mind.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Let me answer your question by asking a question first, and then I will answer it. Well, let me answer it first. No. How's that? Now let me ask you a question. When have they invested significant resources into bringing in an aging wide receiver, and how has it gone?
Oh, gosh. I'd have to go back. But,
Josh Gordon.
It hasn't gone well.
DeAndre Hopkins.
No.
You know,
weren't those mid-season acquisitions, though? I thought, was Hopkins a mid-season?
Yeah, so was Josh Gordon. This would be one where you would be getting him in the beginning. But, you know, they just don't really have the resources unless he's going to come in and play for, like, the league minimum. Now, they can move some stuff around, but anything you move around is costing you in the future. What do you think? Let's start with this. What do you think's left in Deebo Samuels?
At this point, better than whatever we got out there, like Tyquan Thornton. And I mean, you're just so thin. I'd like to see here's the way I view it. If I'm Andy Reid, I bring in Deebo Samuel, whatever he's got left. I'm lining him up on one side and Rashee on the other, and I'm just playing short passes to the other team to death at that point. Because I think you can make the argument that Deebo and Rashee kind of play the same style of wide receivers. Those quick passes where they use their legs.
Oh, I think they're duplicates. I think that's one of the reasons why they're not looking at Deebo Samuel. They're telling you, we've got a younger version of him right here. And what we need to get him open, there are guys that do other things. We need guys who stretch the field. Well, that's presumably going to be Xavier Worthy. We need guys that, you know, I hear what you're saying. Listen, it's like when people call after a loss and they say, well, this and this and that. And at the end of the day, they're like, stop losing. Right? That's the message. The message is stop losing. We want to try to find one reason why we think they're losing, and then, okay, this is it, solve that, and then we will do what I'm asking you to do. Stop losing. In this case, you want to be better at wide receiver. Like, that's at the essence of what it is. I think what you got is what you're going to see. Could there be somebody? Yeah, listen, if Deebo Samuel continues to sit out there, and I say league minimum, but 2.5 with like $4 or $5 million worth of incentives that are unlikely to be earned, which means he hasn't reached those milestones in any one of the last couple of years, which is a rule of thumb on how a likely or unlikely is, because a likely to be earned bonus you have to count against the cap, and unlikely you don't. And for it to be unlikely, it needs to be numbers that the guy didn't have at least last year, and there might even be a formula that averages it over a couple of years. And so, you know, as we look at Deebo Samuel, if you want to say, okay, let's get creative. Let's get Deebo Samuel on this roster. Here's what he has done, because I think a lot of us, Deebo Samuel in his prime, Deebo Samuel coming out of college, I was a big fan of. And in his early years, you know, he was a multi-purpose threat. I loved when they were running him in San Francisco. I thought that was a great threat, but it also beat him to hell. So you're talking about a guy who last year did play 16 games, 72 for 727. Quarterback went down. A year before that in San Francisco with a guy who just got a big megabuck contract, Brock Purdy, played 15 games. He was 51 for 670. Year before that, he was 60 for 892. He's had one 1,000-yard season. So, you know, and he's playing in his 30-year-old season. So, you know, I think if Deebo Samuel, you know, $2.5 million with $5 million worth of incentives that are tailored around 900-plus yards, something he's only done once, because I mentioned 1,000. He hadn't even done 900 twice. Then I think you can get something done. He's never had more than 7 touchdowns receiving. So you put the touchdowns at like 8. They're definitely likely to be unearned. You've incentivized him to have what would be the second best season of his career for another, you know, $5 to $7.5 million. And then likely what it would be is like he gets $125,000 for this, another $125,000 for another one. You know, this many starts, you know, after 10 starts, he gets $100,000 for every start after that. All those kind of things. You know, you put that in there to where you're probably paying him 4 unless he has a big year, and then you're paying him 9 or 10, but you prorate that onto next year's cap. I'm probably high on the numbers, because if they really wanted him, he'd be here. That's the bottom line. I'm with you. I'm intrigued by getting him, and I think this is an example of why. And I like Trey Smith, but don't sign Trey Smith. Don't put don't sign a third contract to anybody other than like a center and a quarterback. A quarterback, obvious exception. Travis Kelce's paid off his third contract, worked fine for them, and now they kind of tweak it every single year. So I don't even know what number we're on with him, but you know, the Chris Jones and the Trey Smith and Creed Humphrey, like I think that's where they needed to reset their cap, so that as you sit here and you go, we have a need, you can go get Deebo Samuel. But when they made all those decisions to sign all those guys, middle linebacker as well, they eliminated your ability to go get these bargains at the end of as camp starting bargains.
Yeah, it's right. Correct me if I'm wrong. I suspect. By the way, thanks for selling me on Deebo Samuels. You really.
I wasn't trying to. I was just giving you reality.
No, I know, but it is reality. But you know, at the end of the day, I think there probably is a team like the 49ers. As I know that's him making a circle back where he started, that will probably overpay for him a little more than whatever the Chiefs would.
I think the team. I think it'll be a team like Carolina. I think it'll be a team. I think it'll be one of those teams that's, you know, on the cusp, or at least thinks they're on the cusp of, you know, taking that next step of either getting into the playoffs. Carolina got in the playoffs, but they did it with a 8-9 record. So I think they know that they've still got a big step to take. But whether it's going to be more of a team that's on the rise, that hasn't got there yet, and hasn't had to start stocking people up. Like, it won't be Houston. Houston has arrived, and Houston's having to pay people. It'll be someone like, let me see. Let me look at
Tampa.
Tampa's got their own cap problems, and they're not even able to offer Baker Mayfield enough. Baker Mayfield's already, upset. Listen, teams that will be interested, like the Titans,
the Chargers.
You're like, okay, let's get a veteran quarterback to Cam Ward. Does he want to go there? Like, I think the fit of where he's going to want to try to win, and it's going to want to be a team that it's going to need to be a team that needs a veteran guy. And so he may end up going like, the Titans are going to give me $5 million. I'm going there. Let's do it. The Browns are always a wild card to do anything dumb. The Raiders. The Raiders would be a team they think they're going in the right direction. I don't think the Chargers cap wise now. I don't think they're in a position to do that. I think if they wanted Deebo Samuel, they'd have invested. Did they finally bring Keenan Allen back or no?
No. When I was looking on this free agents, I still see Keenan Allen out there.
Then I think
why not bring it back a third time?
Yeah, if they wanted to wide out like this, I think they'd have Keenan Allen back. But we'll see. But look, I'm not down on. I like the player. I like what he brings. But what he brings, he's more name than he is production at this point. And that's why I think somebody will overpay for that. And that'll be a team that's either their general manager and head coach are in trouble, or they're a team that's on the rise and hope that his veteran presence can, give them that next step up.
Okay, so let me tell you the second thing that puts me in the bad mood.
Okay.
Is the PSL talk. And so you're exactly right that there will be PSLs. And I think it pains me to hear Clark give some crummy little answer like that. I think us season ticket holders, which I am one, we would much rather hear you say, yeah, we're fine tuning the cost on them. Let's not dance around and say, oh,
no, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. No, you would feel no better. Come on, Jay. You're pissed because it's going to cost you more money and you know it, period, end of discussion. There isn't anything that was going to come out of that man's mouth that was going to make you feel any better about that, nor should there be. You're not wrong to feel that way. It sucks. It sucks to pay more. It sucks that everything costs more. It sucks that when I was a kid riding around on a moped, gasoline was less than $1. That's how freaking old I am. It was like 70 some odd cents I can remember paying for gas. It sucks. Like it just is what it is. And there's nothing anybody's going to tell us that's going to make us feel better.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but let's be transparent. So anyway, point being though is on that. This whole Super Bowl talk, which I read the Chiefs are, there's a carrot out there. I think from the NFL saying, "Hey, Chiefs, you might get a 32 or 36 Super Bowl, and what have you." Let's be very clear. That is a Super Bowl, not in Kansas City. That's a Super Bowl in Bonner Springs, in KCK. So,
the Super Bowl wasn't in New York. The Super Bowl was in New Jersey. The Super Bowl's not in Miami. It's in Coral Gables? I mean, like almost all these stadiums are not. The Super Bowl that'll be played in Chicago will be in Gary, Indiana. I mean, come on. It is what it is. It's no different. There's only a handful of these stadiums that are actually in the city that the team puts next to their name. It ain't in Phoenix. It's in Glendale. I mean, come on now.
I think
it ain't in Los Angeles. It's in Inglewood.
I think we have a poor connection, Soren. But
I'm going to let you go, Jay. You're the man. I appreciate it. There was, if you didn't catch the sarcasm, no poor connection. He just didn't like where it was going. It's all right, Jay. I have kids. I've seen that reaction before. But I want a cookie. It's 9:30 at night. You should have been bed a half hour ago. You're not getting a cookie. There's nothing going to happen that's going to change that. Kyle, you're in the program. What's going on, Kyle?
Hey, Soren. Thank you for taking my call. By the way, you got a great co-host with a great name also. So
that's right.
Props to you, Soren. You got the best guy with the coolest name ever. Hey, Soren, I got a couple questions for you, and I have not watched training camp. I mean, I've seen some videos. How does Patrick, and I want to ask you this, Soren, how does Patrick Mahomes look with that leg and his throwing? The couple videos I've seen, he's not planting, but I don't know if those videos are AI or if those are real. It's just, sometimes I can't trust social media, so I just wanted to ask you that. How does Patrick Mahomes look throwing the ball? Because from what I look is he's not planting on that leg. He's just kind of throwing it he's kind of like, I don't know, I wouldn't say hopping, but maybe you kind of understand what I mean.
Yeah, I do. I think I think he does look better now than he did at training camp and his movement. Sam McDowell, who's seen all the practices, said the same thing the other night on our Red, Gold, and Bold. He thought that he could see the movement was better even in just, 6 weeks ago or 5 weeks ago. And so I think that's there. I think there's also a little bit of a lot of the videos you see, what you're watching is there's only limited times that the cameras can be up. And you don't probably notice this. You don't think about it during the season, and I don't bother to tell you this because it's a little bit of like, how's the sausage made? Do you really want to know how the hooves are chopped up and, what you're actually eating? No, just give me a tasty sausage, right? They only let the cameras because Paige for our place shoots a lot of video, and we put it out at 810whb.com and on our social media channels. There's only certain times in practice that they can be shooting, so it's always kind of the warm-up period. You can't shoot any of when they run plays. Like the PR department will come and say, all right, we're down. And everybody takes their cameras off the stands and walks away from them. They leave their tripods up there and they walk back and they sit down. So when what you're watching on Patrick Mahomes is not him letting it rip on like a play. So that's the first thing. So you're seeing kind of the half-ass, let's get things going. And I think also the other thing I would add to that is, so I'll calm your fears with that. The other thing I would add is that big black brace, which you're not used to seeing him in, so that automatically you're drawn to his legs more than you have been because there's that brace that you're not used to looking at. And he does, I think, when he's kind of just tossing it around, just let that big brace swing. And it is something I'd be a little bit concerned with from a mechanic standpoint. Is he kind of getting in maybe some bad habits? But you know what? Like I was listening, Mike Renner was talking about his footwork yesterday when we had him on in the 5 o'clock hour. He's done a bunch of stuff about reviewing past drafts and things. And I asked him what his write-up was on Mahomes. He's like, well, it wasn't this. He goes, I'll admit it. He goes, I thought he was going to be more hot and cold, streaky. Yeah, there'd be flashes, but there'd also be some really down times. He goes, I was thinking more like Jameis Winston. And I thought that was, number one, it's one of the reasons why I like Mike Renner, because he's honest. He doesn't, rewrite history and try to tell you he saw everything. But, when he started about footwork, I will tell you this. Like, if you want to know when to turn off anyone talking about the quarterback position, when they start with, I'm not going to say when they mention it, but if they start with footwork with a quarterback, stop reading, stop listening, stop watching. Because that's all they wanted to talk about with Patrick Mahomes. And what Patrick Mahomes has, and I'm going to give you other guys who had it that weren't the successes that he was, but Jeff George and Jay Cutler and other guys that just had nickel heads. Hell, Tyler Bray had it. He just the game was beyond him. They have magic arms. And they don't have to have the footwork. Like, would you love them to be perfectly set up and let it fly, in a perfect motion? Yes. And should every quarterback start from that platform as to how they begin to throw the football? Yes. But the great ones come off of it. And even Peyton Manning, who had nothing special for an arm, part of his practice was he'd have guys running at him with brooms and guys behind him pushing him as he'd throw. He'd say, you only get to set your feet and deliver the textbook pass about 25% of the time. So Patrick Mahomes has made a career out of throwing off what quarterback coaches would never teach, but he's got the magic arm and he can do it. So I would not worry at all about anything you're seeing, Kyle, and I'm going to let you go because I need to take a break. Know that you're not seeing him, let it rip, and know that if anybody's ever going to be able to throw, left-handed passes, behind-the-back passes, across his body, to the opposite side of his body, it's Patrick Mahomes. At this point right now, I have no worries about the way he's throwing the football. You're listening to the program here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Petro, Collier, Thunderdome, soon to be Peter Yates-Enoch and Todd Lebo will play. There can be only one. It's Up the Chumps coming up. Taking your phone calls right now, 913-810-810. Let's go to Ryan. You're in the program, Ryan. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Soren?
You are, my friend. What's on your mind?
Yesterday you said something about, we were talking about how maybe Andy Reid there's a lot on the line for him this year. You know what I mean? We talked about how you better come out with the top 10 offense and they better be good, So I was thinking, and I think Brett Veach maybe has a lot more on the line than Andy Reid does, in my opinion, because you're going into this year banking on having a 2022 level draft class, which is really the only reason we won back-to-back Super Bowls. But after that, in 23, he came out and drafted FAU with the first-round pick, who just sucked. Took Rashee Rice, who's probably not going to earn a second contract, and then he took Wanya Morris, who I know you love. So he didn't do very good in 23. In 24, he did pretty bad as well. He took Worthy, who has been, we can say, underwhelming so far.
Let me ask you a question. I mean, I can rattle off the Chiefs' recent draft classes too, but let's get to the point. So what is what are you getting at? Let me ask you this. Do you think he's drafting guys that Andy Reid gets him and goes, oh, I didn't want this guy? Or do you think as they went through the process, the head coach said, I need a guy that stretches the field. Well, this guy's run the fastest 40 time ever. I can make that work. That's the guy I want. I'm going to tell you that they don't trade up for anybody that Andy Reid isn't the lead guy asking for. So I'm fine if you want to say, hey, the personnel hasn't been. I would encourage you to go take a team that picked, take another team like them. Go look at the Bills drafts. Because what happens is we all micro-focus on the Chiefs, and then we hear about a good draft. Oh, there's this one good draft out of 31 other teams, and then we compare it to our team, the Chiefs. We go, well, ours isn't as good as that. Well, look at the other 30 teams. Is it as good or better than that? And really look at the teams that are constantly picking down at the bottom of the draft. Now, I'm with you. The 22 draft was great because they had 12 picks going into the draft. They used 10 of them. They moved up twice. Really, one of the move-ups didn't work for them. And they threw numbers at it. And that's my biggest frustration with Brett Veach is that he's constantly trading up and he's constantly moving picks away instead of acquiring picks. Go look at the Rams draft. The Rams are constantly moving down. They're constantly getting picks. And what you'll notice when you see all these guys like, oh, wait a minute, some of those names, if you're not, the hardest of hardcore, I would encourage you, tell me, can you name the Rams front four? Not you necessarily. I'm saying anybody out there. And your answer is probably no. I'm not sure who's on it because Aaron Donald's not there anymore. Now you can name Myles Garrett. But previous to that, they had a couple of really good players. But you won't recognize their names because they're not Myles Garrett or Aaron Donald or Chris Jones or the elite of the elite. But they had a good defensive line, and they took them in the third round and the fifth round and the second round. Part of it's because they have 3/4 and 3/5, and they take 14, 15 players every year. And so do I have a frustration with the Chiefs drafting? I do. It's their overall fundamental philosophy. Is Brett Veach worse than his counterparts? He's not. Is he better? Mike Renner said he called him the best talent evaluator in the league right now yesterday. Right? And that's a guy who analyzes the draft, used to do it for PFF, and now he does it for CBS Sports. And he called him the best talent evaluator out there. I hear what you're saying. Have they been perfect, Ryan? They have not. But is he at the bottom? He's not. And no pick is made by him that Andy Reid doesn't sign off on. Andy Reid may not be the guy who's doing the grinding, and he may love to say that's Brett Veach's department because he doesn't want to answer the questions. Nothing gets done without Andy Reid's approval anywhere near that building when it comes to the football side. Logan, you're in the program. What's going on, Logan?
Yo, Soren, you there?
I am. What's on your mind, buddy?
Hey, happy Thursday. Hey, on that new stadium, I think it is foolish to think that thing is ever going to be as close to as loud as present. And I say that because I think you're going to lose your blue collar, the guys that show up cold weather, that want to be there and they want to be loud. And I think it's really going to turn into a wine and cheese crowd that they're not there to make noise. They're not there to get rowdy. I truly believe that. Talk to many season ticket holders who think the same thing. I'd like to get your thoughts on that.
Well, have you seen the club level when the second half starts? What's different than Arrowhead now? I think
Canadian.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that already exists right now. That's not going to be any different when you get there. You'd see nothing but yellow. It's a yellow stripe around the middle of the of the stadium until about 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. So that evolution that you're talking about that started a long time ago.
Well, no, I mean I'm talking about moving indoors. I think that is the biggest thing that's going to hurt a diehard, generational Chiefs fans.
Well, that's the other thing that
going to show up.
That's the other thing that Clark said about how they are building the stadium and designing the stadium is they do want to magnify the noise. They don't want to lose being the loudest stadium in the NFL. I mean, I don't know. I'm not an architect and I'm not a sound engineer, so I don't really know if they're doing those kind of things. But is the little guy getting priced out? Yes, and it doesn't matter. Do you want the Chiefs in town or not? Let me ask you a question. When is this country ever really worried about the little guy? And why is it the NFL that's supposed to lead the way in looking out for the little guy? What the blank is cheap now anyway? If you aren't controlling the prices on food, where do you pick NFL football as the place to start looking out for the little guy?
I'm not talking about noise or ticket prices. I'm talking about people that want to be there and they want to be at an outdoor.
So you're not talking about So you think if it's cheap, they're not going to go there because they're working class people, and working class people don't like indoors?
No, I mean I think you're going to lose a lot. That is just they're not.
Why? On what? You're saying it's not price.
They don't want to go to an indoor football game. That's not the generation.
Well, then they don't have to go. I mean,
so I'm saying
I'm going to tell you that
they're talking about all this noise they're going to generate. I'm saying it's not going to be that. It's not.
Okay. Well, we're going to find out, and I'll tell you this: and I appreciate the phone call, but the conversation that I've been hearing for years is that they were looking in the 65,000 seat range, and they're going with 70,000. Okay, they're not going with 70,000 because the feedback that they got was, I'm not buying a ticket. I mean, the most surprising thing of anything that Mark Donovan, Clark Hunt, or what I've heard from other people and talking to them behind the scenes, the most surprising thing I've heard is that they're keeping capacity at 70,000. Because every stadium's shrinking, and that's only bringing the capacity down by a couple thousand at where Arrowhead's at now with the renovations. So, listen, you might be right. If we look out there and see lots and lots of empty seats, you'll be right. Now, if we look out there and see a lot of empty seats because Patrick Mahomes suffered a career-ending injury and the team sucks, I think that'll probably be the bigger reason. I mean, let's be honest. That was Arrowhead. They built a shiny new state-of-the-art stadium in the 70s, and the team sucked, and it sat empty. I know. I was one of the few that was there. So if they don't win, it'll be empty. But if they're winning, I think it'll be full.
All right, Salvador Perez tripled for the 12th time in his career yesterday. When was his last triple before yesterday? Brought to you by Twin Peaks.
One right answer, that is. There can be only one right answer. It is the program here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Petro, Collier, Thunderdome. We welcome Todd Lebo. We welcome Peter Yates-Enoch here to the program, as it is time to play a little game. A little game we like to call There Can Be Only One. Starts by one welcoming Peter Yates-Enoch. Pete, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing fine, Soren. And yourself?
I'm doing well. I've got angry people. I've got people texting me, explaining to me that the stadium is not going to be loud anymore because it's only going to be the wine and cheese crowd because they're pricing out
the wine and cheese crowd.
That's what I didn't think there were a bunch of cheap seats there, but
no.
Apparently no one's going to go to the game except a bunch of people that are going to politely golf clap.
Well, I mean, pro sports is pretty expensive business now for all of them, not just one sport. Yeah, man, look at some of these prices is pretty prohibitive.
Yeah, it's not going to get any cheaper.
If I paid that money, I'd scream my head off when you signed the bill.
What are you talking about?
If I paid the money to go to the game, I'd scream.
Oh, I would.
I had to pay $500 to go to this game? Ah!
No matter who has the ball, huh?
They still haven't answered that PSL question, though, huh? Just still thinking about it.
No, they're just they're going to get to it next year.
We know where that ends.
Yeah, I think we do. I think we do.
Are you surprised they didn't put more seats in it?
No, I'm surprised with how many are there.
Is that
yeah,
right?
I know you were probably coming in when I was saying this, but the most surprising thing that I've heard, there's nothing that I started hearing the translucent thing a few weeks ago, but I had always been hearing 64, 65, that the capacity of the stadium is going to go down, more premium seats, and I mean, I don't know if people know this, but like the 50-yard line seats are sold out. Like the premium seats sell out.
Well, you didn't hear 70,000 when Stedman was around.
No, because
it would have been 90.
Because then it was just about the quantity of people you could get through the door. But even the colleges are starting to realize, okay, wait a minute, we don't people aren't going to pay top dollar to sit on a bench that covers one cheek.
Yeah, in the nosebleeds.
Yeah. So I was always under the impression it was going to be 65,000. And I will say this: their homage to Arrowhead is probably costing them some money too, because I think they probably would have. I need to look at the. Now you're going to get me behind here, Pete. Come on now.
There can be only one way to get Soren behind.
Yeah. I'm putting in stadium renderings because I want to see if they have where exactly what the end zone seating looks like. Because if you notice, like at Heinz Field, there's hardly any end zone seating.
Yeah.
Right? They basically make it so that you're going to sit on the side, and that's where they put all their money into. And on this one, there's still a lot of end zone seating.
Yeah.
In these pictures.
And their little pointy top.
And I'm going to tell you, I don't know where it's been lately, but when I gave up my tickets in like 18, our section wasn't even half full.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
And so to me, I'm surprised at how much end zone seating they have.
Huh.
Like most of them are deleting all the end zone seating other than the lower bowl.
Yeah.
Seattle's the only one that's got that big thing in the middle, but everybody has Heinz Field. You have like a scoreboard and a walkway, and there's nothing on the ones. Like one end is usually some kind of
Niners
nothing.
one is basically suites on one side of the stadium.
What do they know? How much they hold?
It's probably 70 for some things, but probably in the 60s for they had a Super Bowl out there. But the whole side of it's suites. Now that's Silicon Valley or whatever, but the side you don't see on TV is like
Levi is 68.5, which can expand to 75. And my understanding is that this will have some expansion capabilities as well for a Super Bowl. But usually how they expand it is they take everything out of those middle concourses,
right?
Make that like standing room only, and then it's like, okay, the Super Bowl's coming. Here's 10,000
bad seats,
retractable, bleachers we throw in here for this one big event.
One last question: what you were talking earlier about it? How are you going to give? You said world class, and obviously we both kind of snicker at that a little bit. Food. How are they going to make food for 70,000?
I think the food will suck.
Not everybody's money.
I have to tell you, I was hugely disappointed in the food after the renovations, and I think somebody should be like, look, we're making food for 70,000 people.
Hard to do that.
We can't possibly make it that good.
Yeah,
well, they need
to
do it the way
they can't.
The way the Falcons do it. They have cheap food. That's their deal. They have all this cheap food there. They should do that.
Yeah.
Have the people who just want a hot dog get a cheap hot dog. If you want to be in a suite, It should be nice, but I don't think I've been in
I
some
agree
suites. I've
with
been
you,
I've
yeah.
been fancy at Chiefs games. I don't think the food in the suites is all that special. So
I 100% agree.
So
I've never been fancy on my dime.
mine.
I
either.
have milked a teat or
Yes.
two
been around.
into the suite,
Yeah.
but I have never been on my dime.
And then when you've milked in, you don't complain.
no.
Last time I was at
Actually,
the
no,
game,
I take that back. I've complained.
Of course, yeah.
I've been in there and been like,
What is this?
popcorn and hot dogs? Are you serious? Like, come on.
last time I was at a ball game was with you and Conrad and I.
Yeah?
It's been a while.
Been a while.
Been a while.
Yeah,
Been a
it
while.
has. Bless his heart.
All right, are we ready to play?
Yeah.
There can be only one right answer, that is. Let's get things going here. We'll start with the Kansas City Royals. How many more triples are left in Salvador Perez's career?
Who's first?
He has, let's see, first last week
I know my
was
answer.
Lebo. So Pete is back up being first here.
I was
let-
just shocked when he got one.
Let me
yesterday.
give you some
Okay.
details. That was the first one in 4 years. He does have 12 in his career. I can also tell you he's one of only two guys since the turn of the previous century in 1900. Only two catchers to have a multiple triple season while weighing over 250 pounds.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know who the other one is?
Cecil or somebody?
oh,
Never mind. I might have that on a question. I can't remember which questions I used.
Gus Triandos.
No, I'll tell you later, though. So anyway, how many's he got left in his career?
None.
Pete? Zero?
Yep.
None? Zilch?
Yeah, I was shocked when he got that one.
No confidence. We got to
No,
vote
I
him.
gotta. I mean, I think the guy's amazing, but I don't know how in the hell he got that
Well,
one.
a guy fell down.
Yeah, guy fell down and the ball rolled away. That's how.
Yeah.
So it's
broke his.
That's
Well,
the
it's
best
gonna
way to
take-
get a triple.
Ka.
Give me 3.
Oh, my God.
3?
Lord.
What are you
bold and
smoking?
daring.
What do you think he's Jimmy Hines?
What are you
I'd say-
smoking?
I don't know who that is, but
Usain
yes.
Bolt. Yeah, Jimmy Hines was. Yeah, okay.
I was thinking that I was going to be the one who's bold and daring because my plan was to say that all you guys are going to go none, or Todd will get crafty and say he's going to go 1. So I thought I'd be the big spender and say 2. But now I feel like I ought to just take the math bet and say none.
I know what I'm saying.
Well, I know for a fact. it's
None.
No,
Screw it. That was ruined by 3. Ruined it. Kyle, you punk.
I'm a none.
You're a
I
none?
don't care what. He doesn't have that many years left.
None. I went by Thunderdome. Thunderdome.
Oh, I went by him.
0.
Oh, he said 0, not
He's
none.
none.
That's
You say
different.
0. Okay, I'll put you down for 0. None is different. I'm not sure how we'll differentiate between none and 0, but we'll try to find a way to do that. But yeah, I mean, that's not easy for a
Well,
guy
no,
his
it's
size.
not. Hell, so that's 90. Let's see, 120. That's a lot of feet, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's going to play 4 more years, which is what it took him between the last
Yeah,
2. By the
right.
way, the Royals have snatched
Unbelievable.
defeat from the jaws of victory after leading 3-0 and Noah
man.
Cameron throwing a no-hitter into the 7th.
Yeah.
Before it was broken up, and then in the 9th, the grand salami
Walk off. I
walk-off
walked in here,
granny.
when it started, I said, watch them lose this game some way. And Matt Strom came in. Lucas Urseg made a mess. Matt Strom came in and put gasoline was poured, and he brought the match.
There, you have. I don't even know what gas stations are still out there anymore because I think of like Texaco and all the ones that aren't there anymore.
Conoco.
Conoco.
Conoco?
Conoco replaces BP here in the 9th. We'll see if we can
SO.
put this fire out. Answer: no, you cannot. All right, where does Cyrus Allen rank for the Chiefs in receiving yards at the end of the year, Kyle? Where does he rank in receiving yards?
God, he's getting all this hype in training.
That's
camp.
why I'm putting it going on the record here.
Let's go 3rd.
3rd.
I thought you were going to go first.
We're just talking the receiver room.
No, receiving yards.
Receiving
Everybody.
yardage.
Total. Oh,
Total.
jeez.
Everybody.
Receiving yardage.
I'll go 4th then.
Pay attention, Kyle. Pay attention. You'll go 4th now.
4th in yards, yeah.
Okay, 4th. We go to Thunderdome.
Give me 6th.
6th. Give me the 5 in front of him.
Tyquan Thornton, Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, Travis Kelce, Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker. Okay, that's what I was wondering
Pretty
who.
good job there, son. Pretty good job.
I think this is Antonio Brown without the baggage.
Is that good? Is it your turn or my turn? He's last. So are you up now?
I am up.
Okay, we're not going this way.
I can't remember. Did I draft him in our Dynasty League? Because now I really want him.
Let me check.
You're hyped.
I don't think I did.
One day video.
I think he went ridiculously high, and I was like, you're a fool. The guy took him. Put me down for third. Xavier Worthy hurt. Tyquan Thornton, one-trick pony. Nah, that's dumb. I'm going fourth. We go to Lebo.
I'll try fifth.
Fifth. Pete.
Chiefs are going over 300 with rushing yardage or rushing attempts, so he goes fourth.
Fourth. Okay.
Mhm.
I see how that connects.
And
all right.
Soren, you did not draft him. I don't know who did, but did you know Adam Hill still has Kadarius Toney on his team?
Why wouldn't he?
Well, it's probably because of the cut price. Is he busted up against the cap? Adam Hill from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, who you hear.
Does he get credit for his album sales or whatever? Kadarius Toney's making records and stuff.
Shut up.
No, he does. Look him up.
Making records as in what? He's got some vinyl and he pours it onto something?
No, he makes songs, tracks, spits bars. That's what the kids say.
I don't say that, but
That is what
Sure.
they say, Todd. Yes.
That's right.
Spits bars. Oh, these kids are clever.
Oh, my God. All right, I love this question. How many yards does Isaiah Pacheco rush for this year? And I just put this year. No, I just put for this year because
Okay.
I'm not even convinced he's definitely going to be on the Lions. The number 2 rusher for the Lions, which has been going backwards, David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs.
When he was a rookie.
So these are guys, Jahmyr Gibbs' rookie year. The number 2 rusher for the Lions, going backwards, has been 716, 775, and 945. First up with this would be Thunderdome.
give me 210.
210. I think the Lions are going to keep him. I think they'll try it for a little bit and be like, what are we doing here again?
Is he definitely their number 2?
No,
Well, he's not
he's
gonna get the
listed. He's
ball
listed
that
number
much.
2 on the
Okay.
depth chart, but that's just because that's the only name people know.
Yeah.
I'm going to say they come to their senses and somebody beats him out. I'm going to say 102. I don't think it's going to be much. Lebo,
17 games. He's on there every week.
if he makes the team,
Yeah. How about 170?
170.
10 a week if he's on.
Watch him go for 800. And we're like, the problem is the Andy Reid's game.
Could be.
Pete,
232. I like him.
I
always
like the
did.
guy. I like what he did for the
I like
Chiefs.
the way
I
he
wish him
played.
well.
I thought he was tough, but
He is
you know,
tough.
his days are numbered. They're
Just
over.
not very good. Kyle,
I'm going to go 400.
400.
And I'm looking at their depth chart. Somebody named Sione Vaki.
Oh, that guy's a talent.
What do you mean
and
somebody?
Jacob Sailors.
Oh,
You don't know those
boy.
guys?
You don't want to try to
They got
tackle that guy.
combined.
He's straight to Canton.
They've combined for less than 20 career carries.
They're badass is what those guys are. Tough
Yeah, the
guys.
Lions are good. They're tough.
How many career hits does Tyler Tolbert have in a Royals uniform? Tyler Tolbert.
What's he got now? About 40?
Career hits in a Royals uniform. See if he had one today, Todd. I'm going to look up what he has right now. For his career right now, Tyler Tolbert, at the age
2
of
today.
at the age of 28, now has a robust 24 hits
24.
in a Royals uniform. They have much control. He has no control of his ability on the bases.
No.
I will put him down. Like, I'm kind of excited about him, the way he's hitting, but then I think he's gonna be like the chief utility guy. 127. That's not gonna happen. They'll figure it out and move on. Lebo,
74.
74. Pete,
Since I just now heard of the guy.
2,900.
2 even.
2.
200?
He's already 200
200
even.
even,
Okay,
yeah.
I was saying. All right, that takes us to Kyle.
Give me 250.
250. And then Thunderdome.
110.
That's more like it.
110. There we go. Okay.
We're all high.
I don't know. I'm kind of been excited, like the way he's hitting.
Yeah. I mean, he had the 12 hits in a
Yeah,
row.
I know, but
and
just
2 today.
I thought he'd be like, he'd bat $180 the rest of the way.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
Don't ever sell this man short. Never.
That's why you picked 200 hits.
Exactly.
That's why you were the second highest prediction out there.
You can't sell him short.
All right, Chris Jones will be a Chief in 27. True or false? Todd.
He's gonna have to take a big pay cut if he's gonna stay here, right?
I'll
say true. True. I said it like this. True.
You say true?
Bleh.
Okay, true. He is back, Todd says. Pete.
True.
Really?
We're all making noises.
Yeah.
Okay. Thunderdome. Or no, Kyle. I skipped Kyle. Sorry, Kyle.
False. Peter Wood's going to take over.
False. Okay. Thunderdome.
True.
Why?
Because the season doesn't end until January. Boom, we got him.
Well, that.
The 27 season. Stupid ass.
I think they've got the D line that's going to work around him and be pretty good. So then I think with that, he's going to find a little bit more of an oomph and not have to play every down.
You actually got the right answer. By the way, Curtis had just weighed in on all his. Curtis is true as well. You got the right answer, but for the wrong reason. They can't quit anybody.
No, that's true.
They can't quit anybody.
The question is, will he demand to not take a pay cut or something? How much does he love Spags?
I think they may just work around it. I think what they'll probably do is negotiate a new deal
To make the number down.
bring the number down in that
Void
year.
him. He'll do like they did Travis or something.
Yeah, and I don't like that, but I think that's what's coming.
You'll like it at the parade next year, won't you?
I will love it at the parade next year. If it's here in Kansas City, yes, I will. I will be tickled pink if that's the case. By the way, Curtis had 60 hits on.
That's about
Tyler
right.
Tolman. He did have 550 though. He went 550
On Pacheco, he's a believer.
Pacheco, fifth on Cyrus Allen, and 0 on Salvi triples
He's
for him.
got some good numbers there.
All right, who led off that last one? Was that
You maybe?
No, Lebo. Was
Did
it
I
you?
do that?
Yeah, it was you. That was true.
Yeah.
Who wins the NFL MVP, Pete? Josh Allen is the shortest odds. I should have this. I had to reboot my computer. I had all my windows with all the.
You know what? Just for the hell of it, I'm
Important
going to
info.
take number 15. I think he's coming back with
Comeback
with
player of the year
ring.
and
Okay.
MVP.
He is about the 5th favorite. I will let you know.
Well, I like number
No,
15.
I think he's. I think this is a year to bet him.
Yeah, I think
It's
so
not
too.
the year to bet him when he's like. You should not be betting Josh Allen this
No,
year when he's
no, I
the
don't
favorite.
think
So I like. I'm down with your line of thinking.
don't mind,
As
yeah.
far as a real bet goes, I mean, Josh Allen's favored for a reason.
Yeah, right.
By the way, just to make you feel better, here are the odds on the MVP. Josh Allen plus 650, plus 850 on Lamar Jackson. Joe Burrow plus 900. Matt Stafford plus 900. Justin Herbert plus 1,000. Drake May plus 1,000.
Herbert.
And then
God.
Patrick Mahomes plus 1,300. Followed by Dak, Caleb Williams,
Caleb in
Brock Purdy, Trevor Lawrence.
Where's the pride of New York, the Giants? Where's
Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
He's a plus 6,500. That would put him, let's
He'll
see.
be
3,
plus
9, 12,
9,000.
15, 18, 21, 24, 27. I missed him. He's at 25th on the odds.
That's about right.
Okay. All right. So Patrick Mahomes, Kyle.
Give me Burrow.
Joe Burrow. All right. Thunderdome.
Matt Stafford.
Oh, that's my guy.
That's not going to be Matt Stafford. He's not going to stay healthy. I'm going to go. Give me the chalk. I'll take Josh Allen. Cletus. What is that? I'm not betting. I won't bet it.
Okay.
But in predicting for this, I'm not having to put money up for it. There's no reason to bet.
Or not?
Why did I Venmo you for this? What is going on?
Me and Todd have a pot every week.
every week.
Curtis goes Myles Garrett.
Really?
Yeah,
How about that's bold.
Going way off there. That is bold and daring because let me see where Myles Garrett is.
Got to be down there.
I mean,
I'm gonna say Aaron
I'll bet
Donald.
he's not down as far as you'd think. But that is there he is. He's at plus 10,000.
Mm.
So 100
That's
to 1.
down there.
100 to 1. All right.
I'll
Lebo.
take Matt Stafford.
Matt Stafford. Okay. Got you in there. All right. Next one. Is Alex Zumwalt back in his current role next year? And who did I go to last time? Pete?
Yes. Not
So
mine.
Kyle.
God.
Alex Zumwalt.
Gotta find out
in his
who he
current
is.
role.
Hitting coach.
Not
Major league
is he
hitting
with
coach.
the Royals?
Yeah.
Is he in his current
he-
role
is he
as
the
the lead hit
Yeah,
I thought
coach?
he was in the
Okay.
Navy.
Might have been.
Whatever title, but
He was in the Navy?
he's the
I
guy.
thought he was Admiral Zumwalt. That's who I thought it was.
Mhm,
Now it
mhm.
makes sense. All right, no. But he'll still be with the team.
No, and then I'll put parentheses, but with the team. Okay. Thunderdome.
Give me no. Not with the team either.
Oh, God.
Ooh, not with
Fire in his
the
ass.
team. Right in your face. All you got to do is get the no right, but I appreciate the bold nature of your prediction. No, parentheses, damn well better not be is my answer. No. I mean, the Jack Caglione is not clicking right now. No.
He had an 8,000-foot home run today.
Bobby Witt
Come on.
Jr.'s home run power has receded each of the last 2 years. No. No. Enough of this foolishness. Slow starts each of the last 2 years. No. Not trying to influence anything, but Curtis says no. Lebo.
No.
You coward. I should have kept my mouth shut. Pete.
He's not coming back. They're
no.
making changes.
You know
this
what?
year.
The
Yeah.
I don't
Royals
know.
are going to surprise you. They're actually going to hire a hitting coach from Kansas City, lives here next year. Yeah, I mean, they're tired of stinking up the entire world, and this is the start.
Okay.
No.
No? Okay. Who's this guy in town they're hiring?
He's got a clinic here. I don't know.
Are you thinking of Seitzer?
Yeah, I think
He's in
so.
Seattle now.
Oh, is he really?
Yes.
Well, he'll quit and come here.
Okay, I hope
All
so.
right, I do
I
too.
love Seitzer.
Yeah.
All right. How many sacks for Peter Woods this year? Where did we start last time with Kyle? So we're at Thunderdome.
I mean 4.5.
4.5 for the big boy on the inside. I think he's going to benefit from Chris Jones. I think he's going to be pretty good. I'm going to go 6.5. Cletus is down for 6. And Lebo.
3.
3 sacks. Pete.
Spread it around. They're all going to
6
get a bunch.
sounds good to me.
Okay. Kyle.
10.
10.
10 sacks.
I'm high on Peter
This
Woods.
guy's going to have 3 times
You're
as
high
many
on something.
sacks as Salvy's going to have in his career.
Wow. All right. There it is. There can be only one. I'm gonna do a review and see some of our more comedic failures and some of our bolder successes. We'll do that later. Now it's time to play Stump the Chumps. You can get a free oil change at Big O Tires. You know them. 15 locations. Not 13, now 15 locations around the metro. Locally owned and operated. Big O Tires wants to keep you safe on the roads. That's why they may do a free multi-point inspection with every service. Plus, they offer free convenient shuttle and drop-off or pickup. They got you covered right now. Go get them. Go see them. Ask about that healthy car special. It's just $39.95. Includes a conventional oil change, tire rotation, alignment check, brake check, and more for just $39.95. It's at Big O Tires, the team you trust. Book your appointment today at bigotires.com.
The program with Soren Petro.
You familiar with the term dumber than a bag of hammers?
Weekdays from 2 to 6 on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
My guys at Applause have been in business for more than 20 years, locally owned and operated in an industry where most companies don't even last a couple of years. Technology is great. Everybody thinks they can do it. Actually, it's really, really hard. Number one, it's really hard to stay on top of it. It's also really hard to have the craftsmanship, the customer service that goes along with it. Call Applause today if you want true smart home technology or in-home theaters. Call 913-498-1183. Look them up on the web. It's applausetheater.com. Controlling everything right there from a touchscreen or your smartphone. How about even security? That's right. Right now, I can check out what's going on in my house just by opening up an app on my phone. I can tell you. And I get alerts anytime somebody, they're delivering a package. Boom. I got it. I can see him. And you know what? I can see him clearly. That's another one of the things. Applause Custom Sight and Sound uses top-of-the-line equipment, not something where it looks like, is that Bigfoot walking around out there on the street? No, you can actually see what's going on. So if you want to be able to control the climate, you want to be able to control your TVs, how about all the music? How about stream music in every room of the house? Your lighting, all of it right there. It's Applause Custom Sight and Sound. For more than 20 years, locally owned and operated, Applause Custom Sight and Sound has been giving people rocket-fast Wi-Fi, integrating offices. That's right, smart home technologies, not just for home anymore. More and more of the projects they do are integrating things in people's offices. So if you need your office to flow perfectly, get to applausetheater.com. That's applausetheater.com. Or call 913-498-1183. Applause Custom Sight and Sound.
Men, erectile dysfunction can affect much more than just your sex life. It can create stress in relationships, leading to feelings of anxiety or embarrassment, and impact your overall confidence and well-being. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and we specialize in treating men's sexual health issues to help men find solutions that fit their individual needs. ED is a frustrating condition, and many men suffer for years without seeking treatment. But the good news is that if you're like most men, we have the answer. Our licensed medical providers will evaluate your specific medical situation and recommend a plan designed for you. And these advanced medical therapies work, with treatments having success rates of well over 90%, which means you and the one you love can have great sex again without the fear and worry of ED. You can even last up to an hour or more, and you may just find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Don't let the Kansas City heat get the best of you. For limited time, when you purchase a qualifying new heating and cooling system from Kate's, you'll receive a free water heater, a value of over $2,700. Plus, 0% financing for 60 months. Every qualifying system is backed by a lifetime labor warranty. Long-term peace of mind that's hard to beat. If your system is still running, now is the perfect time to schedule an AC tune-up with convenient Saturday appointments. Visit KatesHeatingandCooling.com. Kate's Heating and Cooling, where service makes the difference.
Jayhawk fans, football Saturdays are calling. Season tickets for the 2026 football season are on sale now. Be there for every big play, every touchdown, and every unforgettable moment inside David Booth Kansas Memorial Stadium. Lock in the best seats, enjoy exclusive season ticket holder benefits, and be part of the tradition all season long. Don't miss a snap. Secure your 2026 Kansas football season tickets today by visiting KUathletics.com. Rock Chalk.
Save big money.
Finds trivia as bits of information that are of little value. Webster never played Stump the Chumps. A Kansas City institution for a quarter century. Stump the Chumps. And here they are. Soren Petro, Pete Enoch, Todd Lebo, and Curtis Siebold.
Yes, indeed. No Curtis Siebold. He's off today, but we press on nonetheless. Thunderdome in for the big guy, Petro, Collier, Todd Lebo, and, of course, scribe, author, historian. Man about town, Peter Yates-Enoch.
I cried all week because you beat me last week, and I had a shot.
Yeah. I was so happy.
It's the highest I've ever finished with in the regular season on the show, and just got and I got the right.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet that $1 and got beat.
You know,
I was so depressed.
What I was excited about was that I was going to knock you over if I lost.
Yeah.
So I was like happy that I got to just break your heart instead.
I'm kind of glad you didn't knock me over then, because I ain't hard to knock over. I'll tell you that.
You can get a free oil change at Big O Tires by sending a Final Chumps question to Kyle at 810WHB.com. If we use it, you get yourself a free oil change from Big O Tires, the team you trust. Remember, they can pick you up, drop you off. Financing available that can fit any budget. 15 locations around the metro. Find the one closest to you. Go to BigOTires.com. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Gentlemen, are we ready?
I am.
I've got I like my questions, but you guys aren't going to do well. I'm
That's
just going
fine.
to give you
I brought too much for you guys.
The old heads up there. Yeah, I'm going to give you.
Did you bring the food today?
I thought so.
Really?
I do.
You think
I think I've done well for you.
Doing a bang-up job?
Soren he just lightened up there on that one.
I will tell you that
I've got one you don't have to know anything to get right.
Really?
Well, I should do all right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right up Pete's alley. That's what Pete's been asking for forever here.
Yeah, give me something I don't know.
Oh, so there you go. By the way, I forgot. I don't know if you hear these lines being drawn. But I forgot to make. I didn't make my scorecard, but it's the impromptu we'll do, and then I'll fill it in later. I got to make it electronic where I don't have to scribble it down.
It's me to have these interns doing this.
He was doing questions today because Curtis doesn't work at it very often.
Curtis is off
Todd,
today.
because you let everybody off as many days as they want.
Where are you going to be on
so the rest of us pay the price on a day like today.
When are you going to be on the 13th or 14th?
I am not taking another day off till 2028.
Where are you going to be? You're going to be off 2 days next month. This guy. This guy.
No one remembers that when my days roll around.
Nobody cares.
You just throw a big fit when other people are off.
That's right.
Don't sweep it under the rug.
Ready.
That's what I want to be true. So therefore it is.
It is.
All right, let's get things started here.
Yeah.
We begin. Hang on. So cross that out, 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 cross that out. So that helps me remember who's asking the question. Okay. I'm going to go with this one. Bob Witt Jr. 49 stolen bases playing shortstop. 49 stolen bases playing shortstop. I want you to name me any of the 14 shortstops that have had 50 or more stolen bases in a single season since 1900. I flushed out the 1800 guys. 50 SBs from a shortstop in a single season. We start with Todd, and then we go to Pete.
Freddie Patek?
Freddie Patek did that twice, as a matter of fact, Todd. Well done for remembering our man Freddie. Love Freddie.
Pete's up.
Pete.
Luis Aparicio?
Luis Aparicio did it 4 times. Well done, Pete.
Thunder.
Okay, Lebo and then Thunderdome.
Did A-Rod do that?
Alex Rodriguez did not give him a strike.
Ellie De La Cruz.
Ellie De La Cruz certainly did. He had 67 when he led the league. The kid is on the board. Lebo, and then
Alfonso Soriano?
Alfonso Soriano was a second baseman. So no.
2 strikes.
Maury Wills?
Maury Wills did it 4 times. Well done, Pete. Keep going down that old road, Pete.
Yeah, I'm done.
No, you're not.
I just reached the dead end.
Lebo.
Honus Wagner.
Hannes Wagner did it
good job.
5 times, Pete. That's what I was trying to give you a heads up there.
What's our number, 47?
There are 14 of them. 49s are more. No, 50 is more.
50.
I want all the guys who've done more
50.
than him.
Shortstops with 50.
There's a Brewer. There's a Red. There's what is now a Guardian.
Oh,
okay.
Dave Concepcion?
Dave Concepcion did not.
Robin Yount?
Robin Yount did not.
I'm struck out.
Okay, there is a Wizard.
Brewer.
A Wizard?
Yeah, there's a Wizard. That's not his team.
Oh, Ozzie Smith.
Ozzie Smith. There you go, Pete. Good job.
Thunderdome. You don't have any strikes.
There's a Met.
Names.
There's a Met. There's a Marlin. I said there's a Brewer. There's a Tiger, Pete, from 1909.
Pat Cobb.
No, didn't play short.
Oh, he didn't play short.
How about an A, Pete?
Burt Campaneris.
Oh, they didn't do any. They didn't steal any of that.
Burt Campaneris
All
did.
they did was steal
What you
my
didn't
heart.
get? Donnie Bush, Burt Campaneris, Ray Chapman, Barry Larkin, Pat Listach, Hanley Ramirez, Jose Reyes, and Frank Tavares in 1977.
Pat Listach.
Yeah.
Pat Listach.
Pete got
of course,
3?
I had him the next
year
on my fantasy team for way too much, and he sucked.
3 for Pete, 2 for me, 1 for Thunderdome. Is that what you
Yes.
got? Okay. I'm helping you because
just
you don't have your official score sheet.
trying to think I don't know what I'm
trying
doing over
to
here.
help you. It's a team.
Okay.
It takes
Team
a
effort.
village.
Takes a
Soren.
village. Takes a village to score, chumps, is what you're telling me. Okay, I'm hearing you. All right, that takes us to
Village
Thunderdome.
Idiots, yeah.
What do we got, Thunderdome?
All right, name a sporting Kansas City player to play in the 2013 MLS Cup final.
Lebo.
Petro. Who do you got?
Matt Beasler.
Oh, yeah.
Who'd you say?
Matt Beasler.
Yep.
Okay, I will go with Jimmy Nielsen.
Yep.
Lebo.
Petro.
Graham Zusi.
Yep.
Lebo.
No, I'm in. Hold on. Sinovic.
Yep.
Aurelian Collin.
Yep.
Oh, damn.
Lebo.
Yep.
Tom Dwyer.
Yes.
Oh, God, he was on
God.
it.
This is when I get left behind, and this question
Okay.
thinks.
I got to think of the other.
Hold on.
Doesn't really.
Lebo.
It's a good question.
Benny Feilhaber.
Yep.
Oh, you son of a.
Are you making all these tick marks? Now I'm losing track.
Petro Gutierrez.
Nope.
No, what is it? Petro. What's his name?
Lebo.
Go ahead.
Roger Espinoza.
Die, son of a-
Nope. He wasn't. He was gone.
Oh, he was.
Lebo Paulo Nagamura.
Yes.
Okay. Oh man. Are you getting all my tick marks?
I got you at 6.
Is that right? I've
Yeah.
gotten a lot of these, haven't I? I think I'm about out of guys. How many guys are left?
Who am I?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Lebo. Chance Myers.
Yes.
Oh, for
my
God's
God.
sake. This, you stink, Lebo.
5 more. They made subs.
2 subs.
2
One
subs.
early. One very early because of an injury.
Oh, God, I'm losing. Because Kai was not on the team.
No,
You
he's
might
on.
as well have been.
No,
What,
he
you
wasn't.
weren't. You weren't on it. No, yeah.
No, Kai Kamara. It was.
Well, I was
He
gonna
was
say,
gone,
you-
and
you were
Roger
on the
was
team.
gone. There's another guy in the back line.
Yeah, I
Who
can't
was it?
remember who the other defender was.
Named all the defenders.
Oh, we did?
So
Was Graham Zusi on the back line by then?
he was a forward.
Okay, that's what I thought, yeah.
So CJ Spong,
Oh.
Uri Rizal,
Was Teal
subbed
Bunbury?
out.
Teal
He
Bunbury?
didn't play. No.
Okay.
Okay.
Claudio Bieler and Lawrence Olin were the two subs.
Claudio
See,
Bieler.
that
Did Bieler
question
get
was,
subbed out?
that
Or
wasn't
he
fair
subbed
to
in?
me.
Subbed in.
It wasn't fair to you.
it was not fair to you.
Well, that didn't follow.
You did not figure to score well.
All right,
Pete.
I'm going to give you one. My second one's going to have more. I think you could do better.
Well, you're
on.
still far out in the lead now.
No,
you
so here we
you
go.
didn't-
The Royals, after losing today, are on their way to Colorado to play. Just name me someone in Colorado Rockies history who's hit at least 100 home runs.
Enoch.
Petro.
Hilton.
Thunder.
Helton's number 1. Pete
Larry
got one.
Walker.
Larry Walker, Thunder's in.
Nolan Arenado.
Petro.
Arenado's correct. Petro's in.
Andres Galarraga.
Correct. He's in. That's 2 for you.
Petro.
Thunder.
Charlie Blackman.
Charlie Blackman.
Enoch.
Petro's in. And then Pete,
Was there a guy named Foley?
you're not next.
Well, go ahead.
There's no Foley.
There's no Foley. Axel Foley did not play for the Rockies.
Banana in the tailpipe.
Helton.
I said,
He's
he's right.
that's the one I got.
There's number 3 you don't have. There's a guy, a little hint, he's got a son who plays in the bigs. Two of these guys have sons who play in the bigs.
I've got the kid.
Thunder?
Holiday.
Don't
Matt Holiday's kid.
damn
Yeah,
you,
Matt Holiday.
Thunderdome.
Thunder's
I've got
got
Jackson
3.
Holiday on my stupid
There's
team.
another guy with a son in the bigs. There's a guy I remember way more as a Red Sox. And there's a guy who's a current guy who just got
What is
traded, I
that?
think, last year to the Yankees.
Petro Burnett's
Nope.
just got.
I'll
second
give you a hint.
baseman.
Here's a hint. This
I had him
guy's
too.
got the same first name as the Royals' first baseman when he's not hurt.
Vinny Castillo.
There
Petro,
you
Vinny
go,
Castillo.
Petro. I
Thank
gave you that. I should have given you that. I can't believe you guys don't have this guy's kid.
The kid.
The guy's a kid.
Yeah, the dad
pretty
had
good
big bushy eyebrows.
Yes.
Kid was a what is
And
it?
This guy's how about a guy with the same as
Burnett. I'm stuck on Jeremy Burnett's. What was his name?
Bichette.
Bichette. Dante
You
Bichette.
did not get
son.
Carlos Gonzalez, Dante Bichette, Troy Tulowitzki,
Oh, too low.
Trevor Story, Ryan McMahon, Brad
Ryan
Haupt,
McMahon. Couldn't think of him. Brad
and Ellis
Haupt.
Burks.
Oh,
but
my
you got 1, Pete.
Yeah,
3
obviously.
for Thunder, 3 for you, Petro.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, what a disaster. All right, Pete, what do you got?
I want to know the only 2 major leaguers that played 22 years in the majors and never played in the minors.
Lebo. Dave Winfield?
Nope.
That's pretty good.
Only 2. 22 years.
long
Does the
time
Negro
ago?
Leagues count as the minors?
Nope.
Okay, Petro, Willie Mays.
Nope.
Lebo.
Willie Mays.
Hank Aaron.
No. No. Willie Mays played minor league
He
ball.
did?
Hank
Yeah.
Aaron?
No, he played minor league ball in Eau Claire.
Well, Jackie Robinson didn't play that long.
He played minor leagues too.
Babe Ruth.
No, he played in the minor leagues.
Give us a decade ish.
One was the 70s and 60s. One was
Petro Bob Horner?
nope.
One of those guys.
22 years is a long time.
One was Hall of Famer. Well, they're both Hall
Brooks
of Famers.
Robinson.
No, they're both Hall of Famers.
60s and 70s. Is it a pitcher?
No,
Oh, I don't know.
We didn't get it.
Got
Who
me.
was it?
Al Kaline
Oh, never heard of him.
and Mel Ott.
Never heard of him.
K-Line and Hot.
I'm really more of an Ed Ott guy.
Is that where you go?
Yeah.
All right, which one of these do I want to go with?
One with the most points.
Well, there's 11 answers on that one, and there's 4, 6.
40.
There's more on this one, but I don't know. I'm looking at these names. You're not going to get it. It's a question that I enjoy.
Go ahead, bring it.
You're not going to get it.
Cut mine down. I'll cut mine down to a smaller number. If I don't like this, I got to go with this.
I'm going to go with this one because this one's okay.
If we don't like this, Pete,
don't even look at me.
If we don't like this, Pete.
Okay, and I've got the thing here. I don't remember how I phrased
what
it.
the question is? You have the answers, but no questions.
Well, I did the search and I forgot what my parameter was. I think it was. I don't know. I can't remember what the hell the question was. I know the vibe of it. I know what it is now. Okay, I got it. Name me any major league outfielder to hit 10 home runs or more in a season while being listed at 250 pounds or more.
Lebo.
This is about my passion for getting Caglione out of the outfield. Lebo and then Pete.
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge is one. Pete.
Ralph Kiner.
Ralph Kiner, no.
He wasn't 250?
Nope.
Lebo?
Thunderdome and then Lebo.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton, no. But I use Baseball Reference as my thing. Todd and then Pete.
Matt Holliday?
Matt Holliday, no. You might hold up and wait for some clues if you
Kyle
want.
Schwarber?
Kyle Schwarber is like a 240, I think, or 235. So no. So let me give you some clues here. There was a brother of a guy whose overall collective trades netted more than 71 WAR. Right? So if you know who that was, well, who's his brother? He was also a very high pick. He was a top 5 pick as well.
Lebo.
Enoch
Upton.
No.
Enoch.
No.
Not bad, though, huh?
There's a Dodger from 1962.
Big fat Dodger.
There is a White Sox from 2017. There's a Texas Ranger from 18, 21, and 22.
Lebo.
Good.
Joey Gallo.
Okay. There you go.
Did Babe Ruth top 250?
He was an outfielder.
Who was?
He did not. He is not listed at over 250. He's listed like 215.
Yeah.
How about Johnny Mize? I said him.
Johnny Mize.
None of these guys are old, right?
No, not many of them. No, I don't think so. There was a Houston Astro. He also probably you'd know.
Those guys were.
This guy he did it a whole bunch of years. He did it like from 04 to 99 to 10
Is he
with
dead?
the White Sox, Astros, and Brewers.
Oh, Enoch, Wesley Staub.
No, CL is this guy's initials. AD from the Reds. I said one of the guy's name when I was asking the question. I can't believe how stupid I was. 10 home runs, 250 pounds or more in the out. Adam Dunn, you got that. That's right, Todd. You're on the board. I named a guy. There's a Royal. I said Jack Caglione in the question.
Dumb.
I said I brought this question up because I'm pissed off about Caglione playing in the outfield.
Did he get 10
He's
last
got
year?
16 right now.
Oh, we're counting this year?
What's he weigh?
What else we got?
250?
250, something like that.
The ones you didn't get: Miguel Cabrera, Jack Caglione, Lucas Duda. Apparently,
Lucas, he played
I put in. I think it was like
base or
75.
whatever,
No, 75% outfield or something like that. Avisel Garcia, Frank Howard.
Oh,
that's
God.
your guy.
Eloy Jimenez,
Howard,
Aaron Judge. Somebody got Judge. You
I
got
got
Judge,
Judge,
right? So you got a point more than I had you for. You got 2. Carlos Lee was the guy that played for the Brewers and everything.
I was thinking of Ken Caminetti.
Marcelo Ozuna is
Really?
listed at 250 right now.
He doesn't look like that.
Yasmani Thomas from the
Prince Fielder didn't play first base.
Diamondbacks. Marcelo Ozuna has been playing for the Cardinals and Marlins still playing. He's winding up his career. Jordan Walker and Dimitri Young. Delman Young's brother.
Delman Young. I was at Upton's and the Youngs. I got the wrong.
So what's the moral of the story?
Ruth,
get Caglione out of the outfield.
Yeah. There aren't many guys listed at
No.
250 who even play baseball.
Well, one what Frank Howard should have got that one. That's inexcusable.
So hang on. So what did I have? I just had 2 for Todd. That's it, right? No, and 1 for
Pete got.
Who got?
I've got
done?
Pete at 4 answers. I got done.
So you got 3 and they got none.
That's right.
Okay.
What's the score?
And what was Pete's question? I think
we didn't get Pete's
Nobody
question.
got it.
Nobody got it. Okay, so Thunderdome had 1 in here. Then I think I've got Thunderdome.
What do you think
somewhere.
you have, Thunderdome?
Okay.
I've got 4.
Name your score. It's 4. That's Ivy at 4.
You got 4? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me take that out. I'd screw that up. Okay, so Todd got 3 and everybody else got none. All right, what do you got, Thunderdome?
Okay, currently active dome stadiums / retractable roofs.
In which sport?
Football,
Petro.
professional football or baseball.
Oh,
Okay, Petro. Jerry World.
Yep.
Petro.
I'm in
Okay.
Atlanta.
Yep.
Yeah, Atlanta.
Which one? What?
Mercedes-Benz.
You got to see at least say the team.
Mercedes-Benz, okay.
All right, Pete and me.
Lebo.
Twins.
No.
No.
Metro.
Currently active.
Yeah. Reliant, whatever's Reliant in Houston, the Texans stadium now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lebo. The baseball stadium in Houston.
Enoch.
Yes.
Call it
Okay.
whatever you want to call
Tropicana.
it.
Enoch.
Pete and
Yeah,
Petro.
Falcons.
He already got them.
Yeah.
Lebo.
No, I'm up.
Yep.
I'm up. Glendale.
Yes.
Safeco, whatever it is in Seattle now. It's called something else. The
Petro.
Mariners place.
Yes.
Petro. Brewers.
Yes.
Lebo. The Colts.
Yes.
No. Oh, it does?
Yeah. That's
So,
one of the things that opens.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Another
opener. Lebo.
Petro. Blue Jays.
Yes.
Globe Life in Texas? For the
No,
Rangers?
Texas
Does
doesn't
not
open anymore, does it?
I don't know. I guess
Rangers
it did.
doesn't.
Domed or retractable. Either
Oh, it's
or.
dome.
Oh, you
Either
said
way.
dome? Oh, well, hell.
Or
Oh, I was
Oh,
thinking
I'm
either
doing
or.
just retractable.
Yeah, either or.
Okay.
Either or.
Petro.
Yeah.
Saints.
Saints.
Yes.
Petro. Lions.
Yes.
Lebo. Vikings.
Yes.
I said
Petro.
the Vikings.
Marlins.
Well, you said Metrodome.
No,
Give
I
Pete a
said-
point.
Okay.
You said
Petro.
Marlins.
Marlins.
Lebo.
Yes.
Rays.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Except when it broke. They put it back.
Yeah. What am I missing here? Petro Raiders.
Yes.
God, I should have done better.
And we didn't know the
Been
question.
better.
I know.
Both of you got like 50.
Nah, we got some.
You got one.
What else did we didn't get?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
The Arizona Diamondbacks, Chase Field,
Or we should have said, yeah, you said Glendale.
Yeah.
SoFi Stadium.
Uh-huh.
That counts.
It's kind of a dome.
It's not really a dome.
Yeah, it's
And no,
good.
they have lightning delays.
Well, no-
I would object to that.
Really?
They have
Oh,
If
okay.
lightning comes around, they shut the game down because it's an open air stadium.
Of course, rarely lightnings in Southern California.
Don't look. What are you looking at me for?
Okay.
All right. What do you got, Tom?
Kyle, should I make this all the answers or half of them?
I got distracted because Bo Richter just walked by.
Should I do all the answers or half
Well,
of
when a
them?
legend like that walks by, you take a look. You take a
Exactly.
I can
notice.
give them
Do all
one,
of them.
two, all of them. Oh, my God.
But
All right.
I would say hustle up.
Okay, a few weeks ago, I did the thing where the Power 4 football teams, where their worst record was 2 wins or
Yeah,
less,
I
okay?
remember.
So now, there was like 29 of those. There are only like 18 teams whose worst record since 2000 is 4 wins or more. There's only 18 programs who have not had worse
Petro.
than... Okay.
Alabama.
Bowzim.
Ooh.
Kentucky.
Scary. Buzzim.
Petro.
Football.
Georgia.
Georgia. There we go.
Thunder.
Yeah.
Ohio State.
Ohio State, correct?
Petro. Texas.
Correct.
Since when, Todd?
Since 2000.
Petro. Oklahoma.
Correct.
Thunder.
Thunder.
Oregon.
Oregon.
Oh, good.
Correct.
Enoch. Southern Cal.
Southern Cal. Correct.
Petro. No, I waved that one off.
Enoch.
Petro.
Utah.
Utah's
Thunder.
in.
Clemson.
Clemson.
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Ooh.
Job.
Buzz in.
Yeah,
did.
you have to
Thought
say
I
your
did.
name.
Oh, I
Enoch.
thought I did.
Texas A&M.
A&M is in.
Ooh, wow. I wouldn't have thought that. Petro, Florida?
Florida's in.
Enoch. Florida State.
No.
Is not in.
Oh.
Yeah, they had a really bad one. A couple
Yeah,
years
they
ago.
did.
2 wins.
There
are
Petro, Michigan State.
Nope.
Enoch, Michigan.
Nope.
Petro, Iowa.
Nope.
Michigan had a worse season.
Then yeah, they had a 3-win year at some
Did
point.
they really?
So the interesting part about this, if you cut it off at 5 wins, there's only 7. So I put the 4 in there to help you guys a little bit. You did not get LSU, who's a 6-win team.
Oh.
Miami, his worst one is
Oh.
5. Nobody said K-State.
Oh, man, that's
BYU,
bad on our part.
TCU, and Texas Tech and Wisconsin, the others. But you guys did pretty good.
Okay.
We got 5 for you, I think. 3 for
yes.
Pete, 3 for Thunder.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, what do you got, Pete?
1970, the Big Red Machine was dynamite. They only got shut out one time that year. Who was the pitcher?
Oh, been out.
Lebo. Ferguson Jenkins.
Nope.
Is it a
1970?
notable guy?
1970.
Notable guy?
You know who he is.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
No. But he was involved in one of the wackiest trades of all time. Or I thought it was anyway. But
Terry Forster.
No.
1970.
This guy he won some games.
Mickey Lolich. No, wrong league. Who was it?
Milt Pappas.
Oh,
Milt Pappas.
Milt Pappas. Put that in your filing
you
cabinet.
know who it was.
I've heard of Milt Pappas.
Sure you have.
I've heard of him, yeah. I was never going to guess him, but I've heard of him. All right, 700 for the kid, 800 for Pete, 1,800 for Todd, 1,900 for me. Everybody's alive. If you can wager where the damn. These are the ones you win, Pete.
These are and I'm still lamenting last week.
Category?
UCLA men's basketball 88-game winning streak.
There it is. Big O Tires. Get a free oil change if you send a Final Chumps question to Kyle at 810WHB.com. Book your appointment at Big O Tires today. BigOTires.com.
All right, our Twin Peaks end of the hour answer. Salvador Perez tripled for the 12th time in his career yesterday. When was his last triple? Before yesterday?
4 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know the date.
June 8th against Toronto.
June 8th.
2022.
I knew it was a while.
More than 4 years. Mm-hmm. Wow. That's wild.
But he's got 3 more coming, Kyle says.
All right, the category is UCLA's 88-game win streak in basketball.
If this ends up being, why did Pete miss that game?
Well, yeah, because it cost me a rank in the Army.
Setup.
That's why.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I was a 5, and then they took me down to a 4.
Oh, you shouldn't do what you're told not to do, Pete.
No, that
You
was
don't
for
gotta-
morale.
you
No,
gotta follow orders.
Kyle got it right. I was heading to morale. It boosted morale.
Put the TV. He basically Pete got busted for bringing a TV into the barracks, right?
No, I had it in a deuce-and-a-half truck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
Running
there,
off the
there were
battery.
11 of us in there, and the guy said, Enoch, and he didn't even blame anybody else. He said, Enoch, it's you.
Well, he knew it was you.
And there went I was an E5, and they took me down to an E4.
It was your
go.
pension.
And I still contend that was a technicality.
Worth
I
it.
still a 5.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got my dad on it, Pete. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll
that's-
see what
yeah,
happens.
The
We'll see what
captain's-
happens.
The captain's on it. I did ask a general in the reserve one time, and he just looked at me and went,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, as he should. All
"I
right,
should
what do
be
we,
a 5."
what do we got? 88 game win streak for UCLA.
All right, their winning streak came to an end with a 70-71 loss against Notre Dame in South Bend. Who was the last team they beat before their loss to Notre Dame?
Is right.
Okay. I think I got a 2% chance.
I'm figuring I got about a 10% chance.
All right, we start with the kid. What do you got, Thunderdome? What was your answer?
Washington.
How much you bet? $1. He finishes with $6.99. Good wagering.
Yeah.
Pete.
$1 Oregon.
No. Pete finishes with $7.99. We go to Lebo.
Stanford.
No. What'd you bet?
$0.
$0. I said Kansas. I bet $0.
Ah, you
Back-to-back Jets.
He's gutless.
I was like, you know what? It can't be Notre Dame. That's
No.
just way too easy if it's Notre Dame. There's
Was
no
it a
way I'm going to know
league
anything
game?
else. Who was it?
The Iowa Hawkeyes.
Iowa.
Within the
Like your family is royalty in Iowa because of your uncle, of course, not you. And you didn't know that?
No.
Hey, call him gutless for not betting. Call him gutless. Pete.
I don't like any of you. Christ.
Yeah. Pete, you finished third.
Oh, great.
What's the
You know?
prize
Well,
for that?
that's about where I usually.
You finished
yeah.
third. You know what I've got for you? I've got a wasabi almond. One wasabi flavored almond.
A whole
coming
one,
your way.
not a half.
Put a hand out.
whole
I'm going
one.
to give you a
I
whole
used to
almond.
be fairly good at this. What
You
happened?
did great.
What happened?
It's a silly question.
Where was it? Where did it go wrong? Where?
All right, 37-year-old Chris Sale has a 2 ERA this year through 20 starts, third lowest ever for a pitcher that age through 20 starts. Who are the only two to have a lower ERA? Brought to you by La Feta.
Yes, it's Thursday. That means it's time to talk to our college insider, Blair Kirchhoff from the Kansas City Star. He's brought to you by our friends at Art and Frame Warehouse. FrameKC.com is where you can find their great work, the best when it comes to framing really anything you want framed. They are absolute experts. They buy in bulk. That helps them keep the prices down, but you still get gallery quality. That's right. You pay warehouse prices, but get gallery quality, and they specialize in sports memorabilia. So if you're like me, that autographed jersey's got to look perfect up on the wall. There's only one place to go. It's where I've taken every piece of sports memorabilia that I have. It's to Art and Frame. Go to Art and Frame Warehouse right there at 92nd and Metcalf. Online at FrameKC.com. Mr. Kirchhoff, sir, how are you?
I'm doing great. Hope you are too.
I am doing very well. I want to get to our Big 12 coaches, right? Do you have your, did you go 1 through 12, or 1 through 16, I guess I should say, on the Big 12 coach? He holds in his hands. He uses the same brand of computer that Pete does. Called the loose leaf notebook page. Yeah. Old school scribe. And if you don't watch on the YouTube, I should describe. He comes in wearing a straw hat, chewing on a cigar with a 2/3 drank bottle of scotch. So old school writer to the very end.
That's it.
I like it. I like it. Proud of you, Blair. Well done. We did this exercise on Tuesday.
And it's an annual endeavor.
It's an annual one. The first time we've done it in 3 years. we get busy. And
I was going to say, we did not do this last year in my first year.
I know.
I seem to remember doing this with you guys.
You have done it with us.
But not since...
not since 23. Actually, it's been 3 years now that I look at it.
Not since the Clinton administration.
Yes. No, we try to get at least one in each presidency.
Get busy. Okay.
No, we for a while there we were good, but it had been a little while, and so we wanted to hear Blair's because we're going to add it and we're going to come up with a like our own AP poll,
little compilation.
Yeah, we got a couple other people. Todd's is on here now. Got a couple other people. We're going to get Shahan Jayaraj's on here. He's already done his because they do their big coaching ranks on CBS. I just got to get it from him. So just say, like, well, put your Big 12 guys in for me. We're going to add it in, and then we're going to get a composite. I'm going to get Danny's. Tell Danny he's got to do it too, Kyle. Next time when you're trying to make sure that he comes, make sure Danny doesn't get off the hook, all right? Remind me, because Todd's talking his ear off in there. He's not hearing me, so remind me to tell him again. That's all right, Todd. Whatever you need, buddy. Anyway, tell Danny to do his 16. His 1 through 16 on my coaches.
I got you.
And while he's at it, might as well do the SEC.
SEC is next week. Tell him to go ahead and get on the SEC. Yeah, tell him to get to work. But I'm interested to hear what the Blair Kirchhoff version of this looks like and how it may or may not differ from what the rest of us had. So what do you got?
You ready?
At the top. Yeah, I'm ready.
You want to go top?
Yeah, I will go
top down.
I will go top down. I have to do a little copy and paste here. And we'll do that. And now we're ready. Okay.
My top guy is Kalani Sitake.
Okay.
At BYU. Even though he did not win the conference last year, and I don't think BYU is going to win it this year, and I think the same team that kept him out last year will be the same team that does this year. I do think he is he's just an outstanding coach all around. And what he did with the quarterback last year was really impressive with Brockmeyer.
Yeah, because that was the big thing down at the Big 12 is that they were going to have no quarterback because their quarterback had left under some scandalous situation. I can't remember what it was. And all he does
freshman ready.
Yeah, runs a kid out there wearing 47.
Yeah,
you're pretty much like, wait, 47's going to play quarterback? Yes, he's going to play it, and he's going to play it at a high level. All right, give me 2, 3, 4, 5, because we had a group of 5. Everyone's had the same top 5. I'm assuming you will as well, in some order. 3 of the 4 was Todd had Joey McGuire 1. The rest of us had Kalani Sitake 1.
I've got Joey McGuire 2.
Okay, yep, that's where we were. That's where Curtis and Kyle were.
I've got Willie Fritz at number 3.
Ooh, wow, okay. Fritz was 4 on everyone else's.
Okay, I've got Sonny Dykes at 4, and I have Kenny Dillingham at 5.
Yes, you have the same 5 guys, just in a different order.
Okay, so yeah, Sitake, McGuire, Fritz, Dykes, Dillingham.
Yeah, I had Dillingham at 2.
I like him a lot. He got after 2 years ago when Arizona State won the conference unexpectedly. That was the first year they were, of the 16-team league, and that was stunning. He should have been. I don't know if he was, but he should have been National Coach of the Year for that. Then he slips a little bit last year. They go 8-5, but they had a ton of injuries. Ton of injuries,
and he still won 8 games.
He goes 8-5. So he is. I like his offensive mind. I like he's 36. There's a lot to like about him.
Joey Maguire has all the money in the world behind him, but you still put him at number 2. I mean, there is something to be said for having it and getting it done.
Yep.
We saw Mark Richt be at Georgia for years and always win 10 games, but never be able to get it done. And then you see Kirby Smart like, okay, yeah, there is a difference.
And he lost to Dillingham last year. That was his regular season loss. They lost to Arizona State. So I looked at that but I couldn't get past the I think they went at 12-2. They beat BYU badly twice. Boat raced them twice, and then except for the Arizona State loss, pretty much dominated the conference. I mean, all their wins were by double digits in conference play. They pretty much blew out everybody except that Arizona State loss. He does have the money, and he's allocating it well, obviously.
Yeah.
And he's been excellent recruiter, good in the transfer portal. Now he loses a bunch of good defensive players. That Rodriguez, the linebacker, they lose a bunch of good defensive players. We'll see if how he rebuilds this year, but he's favored overwhelmingly. And we talked about this a couple weeks ago from the wagering standpoint. He's a big favorite to win again this year.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is, and I know this is about what it's not necessarily what you've done. It's what you think this person is set up to do, right? And he's had 8, 7, 8, and 12 in his 4 years in Lubbock. So he has a track record. It wasn't just last year. He's had winning seasons, bowl games in his first 4 years in Lubbock. So I think he's the guy, and I think they're set up for success this year. I think they're the best. They're the Big 12's best opportunity to make a little noise in the college football playoff. Now, I thought that last year with him, and they got smoked by Oregon in the bowl game. But I think he has the best program. I think BYU has the best coach, but Tech has the best program, and he oversees that program.
I think, if anything, we're going to drop Sataki down because we're going to start hearing numbers, and we're going to find out that the dollars that are rocking behind BYU are pretty prohibitive as well.
Maybe. They certainly – listen, BYU has advantages other schools don't have, starting with their network and funds that come from the network. That's a different – different place.
Yeah, there's no doubt. All
but
right.
They've had that for a while and haven't had a season as good as they had last year. So,
do you agree that there's the top 5 are kind of on that's a tier?
Yeah,
up there?
I know when I was doing this, I did it from 1 through 16. After I got through Dillingham, I didn't struggle, but I could have had.
You could have I could go.
Any one of about 5 guys at number 6.
On mine, I said 6 to. I really feel like you can make a case that 6 through 13. You come up. They've all got a positive to a degree, or they're inexperienced. I think what's going to be interesting to hear what you do next is where you start going with the newbies, because the point is what they're going to be moving forward, not career achievement award. So just dropping Colin Klein in at 16 means you don't think he's going to succeed. And going,
no, I disagree. I think dropping if you have Colin Klein at 16, that means you understand there's no track record, and you just have to assume based on achievement as an assistant coach.
Yeah,
and how that sets somebody up to be a successful head coach.
Would you hire Dave Aranda over Colin Klein right now?
Today?
Yes. No chance.
No,
and so I think your ranking should reflect that.
So should be a hiring. Would you hire?
Well, that's how I should have put it to you, because it's about who are the best coaches now.
Well, that's an interesting way to put it. Like, would you stack up? Morgan Staley or Colin Klein against Brennan from Arizona,
Mhm.
or even Willie Fritz. I mean, but how would you? I think when I think of Colin Klein, I do think there's upside here.
Yeah. I think Colin, the way I look at it is like, I don't like when CBS does it, I don't like that they just put all the new guys at the bottom. That's a cop-out. Did you do that, by the way? I should have looked at your list before I...
Yes. Yes. Because I had to look. My 14 is Jimmy Rogers from Iowa State. 15 is Colin Klein, and 16 is Utah, Morgan Staley. So, and the reason I put him in that order was
16 is who?
Is the Utah coach.
Okay.
Staley.
Yep, first-year coach Morgan Scalley.
Scalley, did I say?
Yeah.
Staley. Scalley. And the reason I put him in that order was, and I gave Colin Klein the benefit of the doubt, even though Scalley, he was the head coach, the interim head coach for the bowl game last year for Utah. So he has more head coaching experience than Colin Klein. But I just gave... I think that much of Colin Klein that I wouldn't put him at the bottom, and for Rogers.
Well, can I just say that K-State fans really appreciate your donation there, because Lebo had him 11, Kyle had him 6, Curtis had him 12, and I had him 8.
Wow. So
now I probably did a better job of explaining the directions to them than the crappy text I sent you today.
Well, I will.
Yeah, I'll give you a chance. We'll see what you got here, and you
okay.
can amend it if you want. If you want
Okay.
to come back, and then for the record, we'll amend it.
Okay.
If you want. So who do you got 6 to 10?
I got Brent Brennan at 6.
That's. I'm just going to tell you that's an interesting one. Okay, 7.
Well, and here's the one that
It's interesting for Kyle only because you are in the mainstream on that
we
one.
weren't going to break that up.
Kyle just hadn't seen
buried him?
enough out of that 9-win season last year. He's not impressed.
and beat Arizona State.
Yeah, he's not
impressed.
impressed with that. No. Okay, 7.
Well, 7 is the one that I felt like I was out in the limb on, and that was it's Eric Morris from Oklahoma State.
Okay, well, so you didn't just bury all the guys at the bottom. He's first-year coach.
No, well, first year at that school.
Yeah.
Right. He's been the other ones. The bottom two are Colin Klein and Scalley, your first time head coaches.
Yeah.
At 8, I've got Scott Satterfield at Cincinnati. 9, Lance Leipold, and I have Dave Aranda at 10.
Oh, that's too high.
And
you think Dave Aranda is going to be coaching Baylor next year?
It depends on whether DJ Lagway plays for him. The Florida transfer quarterback.
I don't think it does, because that guy's been a tremendous disappointment.
He has
in Florida.
been. He has former like overall.
Well, he was the
recruit.
guy who wanted they like had a deal with him for like $2 million. He's like, no, I need 5.
Right. Yep. So there's some Baylor coaches that are familiar with him. They think they can get the best out of him, but that's the whole thing rides on whether this guy can play quarterback at Baylor if he's any good.
All right, then 11, 12, 13.
Rich Rod is my 11.
Way too high.
Deion Sanders 12. Scott Frost at 13.
Deion was interesting for me because, like, there is sizzle, and I think he could recapture something, but I'm not counting on it.
He's getting a lot of credit for his offensive coordinator. How he's turning the offensive coordinator over to, was it the guy at Sac State, who has a really great reputation for offensive-minded football. So he's
getting a lot of credit for hiring a good guy finally.
Yes.
Well, he finally hired a guy who actually knows which end of the football's up.
Right.
Apparently, they're going to use the laces when passing the ball again this year.
I think this will be it for Deion if he doesn't make a bowl.
I think he'll quit because I don't think he'll quit because I think he likes money.
Yeah.
But I think they'll fire him and he'll take his money.
Right.
That's guaranteed to him.
Negotiate the buyout. Yeah.
I want to zero in then on your Lance Leipold ranking.
Yeah.
So and I don't remember where I saved this thing. I got to try to find it.
I've got him at 9. Where did you guys have him?
Lance Leipold for the rest of us. I had Lance Leipold at 7. Curtis had him at 8. Kyle, the Jayhawk, had him at 7. And Todd had him at 8.
Okay.
And so we're all in the same spot.
In the ballpark. I would imagine.
If you're a Baylor guy and you're like, how can you have Lance Leipold ahead of Dave Aranda? I'm not going to shout you down, But I will explain to you correctly, by the way, that winning at Kansas was much more difficult than winning at Baylor. Right. There was a time when Baylor was a doormat. But after Art Briles and Nebraska coach now,
Matt Rule.
Yeah, the idea of having to turn the ship, Lance Leipold, to me, if anything, I could have put him higher.
Me too.
I did put him ahead of Colin Klein. I had Colin Klein ahead of him, and then I'm like, no, Lance Leipold turned the ship at Kansas, got them in a bowl game, and they've gone 5-7 and 5-7 the last 2 years, and Kansas fans are pissed, or at least disappointed. All right, that tells you how much he changed the culture. That Kansas fans who were probably calling the show going, we could just go 6-6, I'd be happy. I'd take any bowl game whatsoever. And then you're knocking on that door for 2 years, and now you're upset. I think it does speak to how he's turned it, but I am very worried about the fact that the offense really struggled without
Kotelnicki. And what bothers me about the 5 and 7s of each of the last 2 years is that Jalen Daniels was the quarterback for those teams.
I don't mind.
Especially the one 2 years ago.
I definitely agree. I have no argument. I would then add on to that other layers to consider. 2 years ago, no home games.
Right. It was the crazy year.
2 years ago, no home games. And of course, bad luck of getting the UNLV team that had the good quarterback, which I don't even know where he is now, but he played a great game.
Oh, yeah.
And then he left. That was kind of bad luck. And then then that was also the senior-laden team.
Yeah.
It's too bad that they get the senior-laden team that has to play every game on neutral or road fields.
Yeah.
And then last year, they were down talent-wise. I actually think the 5 and 7 was pretty good. The Jalen Daniels thing, I agree with you. It's disappointing they didn't do more with him at the end. And I think the Kotelnicki thing adds into that. And I will say it is of note that Kotelnicki was willing to come back.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of good coordinators that come through a place and then they fired Franklin, and so he's out at Penn State. No one was firing because he definitely made the offense better at Penn State.
He did.
So the firing wasn't because of Kotelnicki, and so he was still a hot commodity. So he could have gone, I'm sure, a lot of other places, and he came back, which speaks to him saying, no, I like coaching with Lance, so this will be good.
It's to me the main reason for optimism at Kansas is having Kotelnicki back on the staff. Now, one thing I struggled with here with both Leipold and Scott Satterfield was these coaches have developed this really, for the first times in their career, really difficult time finishing games. And I think I read this right, that Kansas has 9 losses in the last 2 years where they've led in the fourth quarter. That's stunning. And Satterfield at Cincinnati, they haven't won a game past October 31st in 2 years. So they get off to these great starts, and then they can't finish their season. Kansas can't finish games. So I'm trying to think about that when I'm evaluating where I think their programs are and where they could go. And is this something that they can bust out of, or is it, or is that just who they are? Is it part of their identity now? And it's just been maddening to watch Kansas football lead teams. I think back to the Missouri game last year, the game at Arizona. I'm sure Kyle can remember others. There were where Kansas led and looked like they were in good shape in the fourth quarter with the quarterback who you'd want, and they could. Utah, right at the end of the year.
Yeah,
good call. Yeah.
And they could. And this was a Utah team that lost twice. It was like an 11-2 Utah team, and they couldn't figure it out. They couldn't get it. They couldn't get it to the finish line. So
that's why you're done with him. He's dead to you. Is that what I'm hearing here? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
That's why he's not higher on the list.
We can laugh about it now, But
yeah. You're on a boy. You could not be more down on Dave Aranda.
I think Dave Aranda's dead man walking.
I think he's on the hottest seat in the league.
I don't know how he won that league, and I think I told you this at the time.
Beat OU in Texas that year.
I know, and I think that was more an indictment of OU in Texas than it was a celebration of where they were. But when he did his post game interview, I'm like, I don't know how he did it. Like, he is catatonic. I'm like, he's not just. It's not Tom Landry. I mean, it's like, are you okay, man? Are you all right? I mean, it was literally. I'm like. Which I don't know what's going on in his life, or I'm sure I need to be more sensitive, but I'm sensitive to, everyone's different and mental health, and I don't know what's going on with the guy, but I'm like, I don't know how that guy leads anybody.
So I think I think this is his 7th season. I think he's had 6 years at Baylor, and
He's had back-to-back 5 wins, hasn't he?
Yes, and I think only 2 of his 6 seasons have produced a winning record, at least in conference play.
Yeah. One of the reasons why I like doing this is it forces me to go back and look at each coach's resume, and I learn again about, okay, that's right. Oh, that guy came. Oh, he did that. Okay, he's real successful in D2. You look at it, it refreshes your memory. And when I was refreshing my memory on Dave Aranda, I'm like, it's worse than I thought.
Me too. Me too. But I felt the same way about some others that are below him, including Scott Frost and even Rich Rod. So that's why I get that the exercise is about not necessarily considering what they've done, but I use that to kind of shape a little bit of a narrative for the guy, for the coach, and to project what might be coming.
Well, and I want to be clear, and everybody comes at it differently, and that's why when I heard who was one of the SEC coaches, well, committee's the worst way to pick. I'm like, no, it's actually a really good way. Because it's differing viewpoints from different parts of the country that come at it. It's just like, well, the Heisman Trophy. So what do you want? Do you want the computers to do it? Because when the computers do it, you all bitch about the computers. No, we don't need computers. We need people with eyeballs on it. They know what it is. Well, it shouldn't be a committee. Well, what are you wanting? You guys bitch no matter what it is.
And the reason that we have computers and and polls and that sort of
I'd
thing.
be fine if it's the computers, because the one thing I interrupted you.
No, go ahead.
Well, I'd be fine if it's the computers. And I think Bill Self was the one who kind of actually put this into perspective for me. When one time he's like, just tell us what's important, and we'll schedule and coach to that.
Right.
Like if what you want is, well, no, it's not about beating a couple of top teams. It's about having a whole bunch of at least middle of the pack. Don't play any rummies. Okay, I won't play any rummies. But it's like I think it was Bill Self. It's like, every year the committee was kind of giving you a new reason as to how they were seeding things. I don't know when I would have talked to Bill about this, because for a stretch he was a 1 seed for like 10 years. So I don't know why he would have.
Never mattered.
He clearly had reverse engineered whatever it was. So maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it was somebody else. And it was just like, look, tell us what it is, and we'll do that. And, to me, they've told you it's a committee. You know how the committee works. They even tell you every week where you're at.
Right.
So if you're a coach, I don't know how you can have any rub with what's going on. You'd be like, I don't agree with that. Well, okay, they're giving credit to the team that played somebody. Don't play Eastern Jackson State on November 2nd. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, and part of the reason you've had to have these outside forces, help determine champions is nobody played the same amount of games. You never play head-to-head. If you're, especially an SEC school, you're not playing outside of your part of the country. There's got to be some way to measure, to attempt to measure your strength against the strength of other teams when you don't play them. And that's why we have polls. That's why we have computer rankings. And they all, and complaining about them is part of but it's all part of the fun too, because it drives the interest in those things.
By the way, our buddy Kevin Timmons from Nick and Jake's, 25 years. Today's the 25th anniversary of Nick and Jake's there in Overland Park. They're having a little festivity if you'd like to go by. Now until 7 o'clock, they have real food, honest drinks. I always love that. I've never asked them. I never thought to ask why that's their phrase. Real food, honest drink. What's honest about a drink? I know the food's real good. I know it's great. And I've had a number of their drinks. I'll tell you that, too. Live music, appetizers. They're doing giveaways. They're right there on the northeast corner of 135th and Metcalf. That's where you can find them, right out in front of the hen house right there. Go see them if you haven't been there. You're kind of a fool. But get on in there. You might as well celebrate the beginning of the next 25 years. 25 years of real food, honest drink. It's at Nick and Jake's. You can dine in, carry out, take it home if you like, have it delivered. Go to nickandjakes.com to make the order. But now would be a great time to go enjoy the party at Nick and Jake's.
All right, our La Feta Delicatessen end of the hour answer.
Doobie Brothers? Was this Doobie Brothers?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what I thought, yeah.
37-year-old Chris Sale has a 2.08 ERA this year through his first 20 starts. That is third lowest. That is the third lowest ERA ever for a pitcher that age through 20 starts. We're the only two guys to have a lower ERA that age. through 20
Rocket?
starts.
Roger Clemens?
Roger Clemens, 2005.
By the way, while I'm stalling to think of another one, La Feta Italian Delicatessen. You can get it on your way home, lafetadeli.com to order it online. Catering, they do a phenomenal job. We've got a festivity going on at our house before long, about a couple of weeks, and La Feta Italian Delicatessen is how we're going to cater that party. Their sandwiches are wonderful, the charcuterie boards, the trays. Give them 24 to 48 hours on those deli orders, on those, catering orders, but just get in there right now and get you a sandwich. 143rd in Metcalf coming this fall, which is going to be fall pretty soon, Adam. I need an update here on a time. Coming to Prairie Village this fall. Adam and his staff are absolutely fantastic. Go see him at La Feta. Sorry, Roger Clemens and
Pedro.
Nope.
Not that Randy Johnson and Nolan Ryan are coming to mind. Nolan Ryan.
Somebody who was good old.
Yeah. Either one of those two?
Nope.
Okay.
How about Burt Blyleven?
Nope.
How old is the age again?
37.
Max Scherzer?
Nope.
Verlander?
Verlander.
There we go. The next 300-game winner.
That's right.
2022 Verlander.
Oh, that's right. That was his 18-4, the 176 that had me going, he's going to do it. Curtis is going to lose this bet. It's not enough that he can never win it.
Right.
You know about that bet, right?
Yes.
Ever.
It's a
Okay.
classic.
Well, let me know when ever's up. We're hurtling into that black hole. Sorry, Kay, here's your 100. Otherwise, I never owe. Greatest bet I ever made, even if I don't win it. Blair Kirchhoff is with us here in the program. Oh, the Royals lost today, 4-3. We'll talk about that with David Lesky coming up later on in the 5 o'clock hour. But we thought you should hear they led 3-0. Noah Cameron had a no-hitter into the 7th, and a grand slam, a walk-off grand slam, ends it. Here is Ryan Lefevre's call on Royals TV.
In the air, deep right center field. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
And then it's silent for the next minute.
I assume a grand slam was hit. We don't know that from the call.
Well, but if you were listening to the game, you knew that the bases were loaded.
And I was watching.
And, yeah. And when he says, unbelievable.
That actually was great.
Yeah, and that was a TV call, so the pictures were telling the story. But I think he could have made that the radio call, and everybody would have known what it was, too.
Yep.
Just the crack of the bat, you're like, that didn't sound good.
There's 2 outs, bases loaded. 0-2 count, by the way.
What I love about the Royals going into this 2026 season is I think they're going to be lights out at the back of the pen. Estevez led the league in saves last year. Lucas Ursek throwing 100, got a real fireman, and now Matt Strom from the left side. I mean, I don't think anybody scores after 8, Blair.
Lined up. It's going to be 14 and 15 all over again.
You cannot knock that plan.
The plan was solid.
You cannot knock that plan. I mean, I can tell you, like, nothing is up 100%, but
I'll tell you,
Estevez being done, I mean, he had velocity problems last year. It just seemed like he was kind of lazy about getting into shape. So that was going on again this year. You're not thrilled, but you're like, he got it together. I think he's a big guy. He'll get it together. Urseg, they just got to tweak something. I wasn't as big on the Strom thing. I'm like, why? You guys love your team control, and you're moving a lot of team control in Jonathan Bolin for like a year of Matt Strom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to really think Bolin sucks.
Yeah.
And he's been way better for the Phillies.
Oh, my God. Matt Strom has been horrible.
Yeah. I feel bad because I like Matt Strom, and he was a really good reliever for quite a while.
Yeah, he was.
Don't return to the scene of the crime. There's an adage in blackjack. You have a big night in blackjack. Oh, man. Oh, come on. Let's go over to the table. Let's get to that table over there by the big wheel. Oh, we did great there. Oh, my God. I lost everything. It never works. It never works. Do not return to the scene of the crime. There's certain adages in gambling. Yo 11s come back to back. Do you play craps? I never bet any of that crap in the middle. But all my dealer buddies say, Leos come back to back, dude. So you get an 11, throw a dollar yo out there, and it's shockingly, a little 11-1 there. Not bad. I'll take it. There are little things. You do not return to the scene of the crime. So you had a guy who was good, and it's late in his career. Don't try to marry that back up again. Move on down the road because you're not thinking clearly.
Right. You're too nostalgic about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Bullen this year, 37 2/3, 45 Ks, a whip just over 1.
Yes.
3 ERA.
Yeah. He's been really good. Anyway, all right, so we got that going for us. Blair, we'll talk about that with David Lesky. Blair Kirchhoff's here, brought to you by our friends at Art and Frame Warehouse. Find them online at framekc.com. The jersey deals that have been out there. KU gets $15 million. I think it's 17 for Ohio State and 20 million for Notre Dame.
Notre Dame's the latest one, yeah.
Are the ones that are out there.
I haven't seen that. Kansas, you get Kansas at 15?
Well, I think that was the number. Was it reported, or did I may have gotten that?
I don't.
Well, maybe that's my sources. I know 15's the number.
Okay. Well, I don't know anybody who's announced them from the school, but they get announced. Sometimes the sponsor announces it, I guess.
Well, gee, I didn't realize. I thought I got it. 15.
There you go. That's a nice number. That's a very nice number.
Yeah, I think. And listen, now I have buyer's remorse. Now I want to do a fact check, but that's. I know I was told that.
I think I'm trying to think. I've seen a couple of different numbers for Kansas.
What'd you see?
I've seen 10. I want to say 12, and I think I've seen 15.
Well, let me retract that then. I want to go do some more digging and make sure because
you could be totally right about
I
this.
might be right. I agree. In my head I think I am right, but now I'm worried. Have I seen so many of those stories that I'm crisscrossing the numbers, and maybe it's 14 or maybe it's 12, but I thought it was 15, and it's not. And whatever it is, I think it's important because when Ohio State got 17, I'm like, that's one of the biggest brands, if not the biggest brand in the Big Ten, and KU's just off that. That's impressive for KU to be able to do that.
That's a statement, actually.
Yeah, and so like if it was 10, I'd be like, yeah, that figures because football's the big driver. That's what I would tell you.
Right.
Like I get. Notre Dame at 20, I get it. They've got their own network. They're the most popular team out there.
And I can't imagine one going higher than
I
that.
can't either. And if somebody does,
that rivals like the Lakers. I mean,
yeah. If somebody does, then you've shame on you, Notre Dame, for going first and not recognizing. But let me tell you who looks like utter crap. Brett Yormark.
Oh, the Big 12.
The $16 million, or is it $20 million?
Well, it's $1 million apiece, or 1.25 for the schools.
So yeah, I think it's $20 million.
Yeah.
So it's $20 million. If Kansas is worth 15 when they sell it just for themselves, so I assume we're going to have the Nike or the Adidas for Kansas will be Adidas logo, and then the Big 12 logo will incorporate this monster,
the Monster Energy thing,
or are we gonna have a Big 12 logo and a monster, and then KU's financial
crypto thing? Yeah.
So they're gonna have 4. And where do we put the American flag in the state of Kansas? And like is the American flag now gone from the uniforms because we got to make a buck? I mean, we love us some America, but come on, we got to make a buck.
America would understand what we're doing here.
America, come on. We're trying to make some money here.
Right.
Remember, was it after 9/11? Every sports jersey had an American flag.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, but it will be interesting to see.
Right. Every uniform looked like a NASCAR. You know,
that's coming.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen Mexican leagues? What is it? League One or La Liga Soccer? Is that who is that Modelo that's playing there, or is that you're like, oh no, hang on right there. It says. Tigris. Okay, it's small little letters.
Very small letters. That's right.
And wait, what's that guy's last name? Brewed with a fighting spirit. That's an interesting name. Is that
That must be Spanish.
Yeah, is that Spanish or something? Or is that kind of like, Dances with Wolves? Or what are we doing here? Like, oh, is that his brother over there? He's brewed with a fighting spirit too. That's what the La Liga jerseys look like. Is that a can of beer running down the field? Oh no, it's Tijuana. But that's where we're going. That's where we're going.
But I hadn't thought about the.
By the way, do you remember when they bitched about an ad going up on the Kaufman the walls at Kauffman Stadium. What is going on?
That's right.
Now you got QT staring at you, bright red on the Royals. No shame. Hey, could you do that in blue? No. No. It'll be red.
That's right. I think there's a more chance of the Royals changing their color to red than QT going to blue.
If the color red had $15 million, the Royals would sell it. They would sell the color. Yes.
But I'm thinking about the basketball uniform with the multiple patches.
I think what they're going to go to is like the Girl Scout sash.
That's
with all the merit badges.
All the badges.
Oh, the cross. Oh, he got his hand caught in his advertising sash. Oh, what an unlucky break. And there goes Tech for the layup. God bless their hearts. Kansas loses in the worst fashion possible. Get ready, Haney.
But crack open a Monster Energy drink.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to need a couple of Monster Energy drinks to douse that fire. Look at him. He is upset. Oh, he's tugging at the sash. Wait a minute. There's Associate AD Joe Smith down there going, don't touch that ad.
There's courtesy.
You want that $2 million in NIL? You son of a, you leave that ad. You leave that sash on. So it's all about the kids. It's all about the kids.
There's Curtis Seabolt bringing the players the monsters from his office.
You seen this can collection he's got in here? Oh, my God. You can't even see it all, Blair.
What is he in a college dorm?
It is 18 feet to our recycling container. So.
Well, say no more.
Brett Yormark actually reached out to Curtis to start pushing these.
We're going to put it on his black T-shirt. By the way, I like black. And then there's Curtis. Right. You know? By the way, he's losing his mind right now if he's listening, which he's not, but you think that's what's coming. Yeah, but am I wrong, or did I want to understand? And I reached out to get some details, and I got nothing. Let me double check, make sure I still got nothing. Yeah, I still got nothing. So I'm a little. I don't know how, if you're Gene Taylor or Travis Goff, you're like, well, you sold the whole league?
Yeah, for $1 million and some change.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's going to be the Big 12 logo is going to be just slightly bigger than it used to be on their jerseys, and in small letters it's going to say Monster. Where the KU one is going to be very prominent, and you can't miss it.
Maybe
I don't even remember who did KU sell it to.
The
KPMG, were they the ones that sold
cryptocurrency?
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah. It is initials. I forgot what. I don't know what it is. It's got a distinct look. What is it?
What?
XRP.
XRP.
Sure.
I just looked it up.
No, I just went. I'm okay.
Oh.
Was that the only one that's like, hey, Mrs. Jones, I've got an XRP.
You need to take care of that before you come to class.
I am trying to look this up, but I mean, listen, one, you can be like, okay, Kansas did a great job. You know, they sold it for a lot of money, whatever it is.
Right.
I need to double check that, but
and there are some schools that don't have the patch money yet, or an agreement. So I haven't heard one from Kansas State, and Nebraska apparently is not going to have one. I think I saw that this week. So
because they're too good for it.
Well, or they don't.
AKA they didn't get their number.
Yeah, right. So bully on Kansas for having it, having a deal that appears to be pretty lucrative and getting out in front of this thing.
I am trying to see what I can find in print, but I mean, I think for me, I will say that this is pretty disappointing
for the Big 12 deal.
Yeah, I mean, I think if Notre Dame's worth 20 and you're getting every team in the Big 12,
and your conference is not worth
the whole league.
Yeah. I wonder if it'll be the Big 12 logo in the Monster Energy colors or something with Monster Energy underneath, and not have two different patches, but one that.
That's what I'm thinking. And maybe the Monster name is really small.
Right.
And the KU is like, no, we're taking the numbers off. It'll just say,
right.
Names. We're paying them. They don't need their names on there.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, whoever doesn't have a jersey patch this year, everybody will have one next year.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah. So I don't know. But I just think if the Big 12 rushed right out to be first, and we hear that the SEC and Big 10 do the same thing for $50 million,
it'll look bad.
It's going to look really bad.
But right now, as far as we know, the Big 12 is the only conference that has a deal. I don't SEC, ACC, Big 10, Big East. I haven't heard one from any of the other conferences.
By the way, I'm reading an article where somebody was speculating that teams could get anywhere from $500,000 to $12 million. Well, we're at 20.
Yeah.
We're at 20 and counting. All right, one more with Blair Kirkhoff and the Kansas City Stars, brought to you by our friends at Art and Frame Warehouse. Find them online at framekc.com. The best when it comes to framing your sports memorabilia. Protect that jersey. They will put it behind some UV protected glass, never poking holes in your jersey. Some people, when they frame those jerseys, they poke a hole in it. That devalues the item. Protect your collection. Go to Art and Frame Warehouse. Find them online at framekc.com. You're in the program here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Eli Drinkwitz.
Little
did he hit a home run down at SEC Media Day?
No.
Speaking with his people, I mean, who cares what other people thought? But did Missouri fans like what they heard?
Yeah, I think so. He has always spoken his mind, and he's a funny guy, and he rubs some people the wrong, especially his rivals, the wrong way, and I think that's fantastic. So. I like his personality. And
Crud, yeah, he's going to embrace it.
Yeah.
What else are you going to do?
Had some shots for KU again.
Yeah.
Always good to hear that, bring that back. And so I'll be curious to see how he's rated in the SEC coaches ratings next week on the program.
Yes, we will do the SEC next Tuesday, and we'll talk about it with Blair on Thursday as we did the Big 12. Yeah, I thought, first of all, that it was interesting. It's kind of, I don't want to say it was contradicting because he said Ahmad Hardy's been cleared, but now then he talked about the rehab process.
Yeah.
So he's cleared to play, but I guess he's not at full strength. It's a matter of
something like that. Yeah, we'll need a little more clarity as the season approaches. But I'll tell you if he's.
And then he said his quarterback, Simmons?
Yeah.
He's so smart, sometimes too smart for his own good. What does that mean?
that was a curious turn of phrase.
I'm sure that was made for the player. Maybe he's, I don't think you got it all down yet.
Right.
You got work to do. I mean, I think that was probably the focus of that is to make sure he understands we're not just giving this job to you. You still got work to be done.
Right.
But yeah, I thought he was interesting.
He always is. He's never not interesting.
Yeah. Are you surprised at how much the Big Ten Media Day is getting just as much love, I feel like, as the SEC was?
Yeah, it's the world.
3 championships will do that for you.
Yes, the world's changing a little bit, and which is great. They should revel. Was it Brett Bielema who was kicking some sand in the SEC, stuck in 2005 or something like that? That was a good line.
They have a 2005 approach, or
right. And this is a guy who coached in the SEC.
Yeah,
Arkansas.
I think, coached,
yeah,
plural.
Yep.
One of the great firings of all time on the field by future KUAD
Jeff Long.
Jeff Long, racing across the field to stuff a termination letter down his jacket. I would have bet on Bielema being the guy to rise up out of the two after that deal, but the way it ended,
you didn't know.
No. So anyway, all right, Blair, great stuff. We appreciate it. We'll talk SEC next week.
Sounds good.
All right, Rockies reliever Jordan Romano leads both the Angels and the Rockies in saves this year. How many saves does he have? Brought to you by La Feta Delicatessen.
Fourth quarter of the program begins right now as we finish strong here on a Thursday. Our thanks to Blair Kirchhoff. Still to come, David Lesky talking Royals baseball. His great blog, Inside the Crown, must read if you're a Royals fan. And if you're a Royals fan, tough one today. The Royals drop one 4-3 to the Minnesota Twins. They led 3-0 going into the bottom of the ninth. Noah Cameron was masterful today. 8 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, 7 Ks. Did it on 97 pitches and had a no-hitter into the 7th inning. Tough way to lose a ball game. Matt Contreras says the 9th inning just got away from him.
Put on, hit by pitch, weak ground ball, single, walk. A couple of them are self-inflicted there, and we like that matchup with Strami and Clemens. We get ahead of him 0-2, and he put one in the seats. I mean, that's what happened.
How would you assess the emotions of the players after this one?
Yeah, it's obviously a tough loss. I mean, we're one strike away several times. Got beat. Nobody's going to be happy about that. These guys take a lot of pride in what they do, and we weren't able to finish it off.
Well, let's not forget the job that Noah Cameron did. I mean, what can you say about his performance today?
Yeah, it couldn't be much better. I mean, took a no-hitter into the 7th, goes through the lineup 3 times. Pitch efficiency, like we saw in Detroit, the breaking balls were good. He's, leadoff walk, maybe it was one other walk, but, other than that, he pitched about as well as you can pitch.
Did you consider bringing him out for the 9th inning?
Yeah, of course I considered it, yeah.
Did you? Yeah, of course I did.
Wow.
Well, they're not having a good time, the old ballpark, today. I think we can agree on that, right? Wow. He did not. That's about as salty as we've heard him, isn't it?
Of course I considered it, yeah.
Can we get that as a drop, please?
Yeah.
Wow. He's at 97 pitches. Listen, I heard somebody complaining about taking out, was it Dobnak? No, Dobnak won. Whoever it was, someone else. I'm like,
oh, it was Lugo the other night.
Lugo, yeah. It's like, first of all, tough way to lose. Sucks. But where were they going anyway? The fire and venom. I mean, God bless you if you're a fan and you are fired up right now. Oh, I don't know what the hell. I mean, that was win number 47, just squandered away. I could tolerate 47 and 63, but I put my foot down at 46 and 64. Like, this season's gone, man. It's gone. Like, I'm Urseg is a mess. I don't know if they're going to be able to fix him. Matt Strom looks cooked, but Matt Strom's not under a contract. Noah Cameron's under contract for a while, and he dealt. Jack Caglione hit a home run today. That's important. That's number 17 for Jack Caglione. So he goes 2 for 4 with a run, a couple of RBIs. That's important. Carter Jensen, 0 for 3, but he walked twice, so he still got on base at a 400 clip up at the top. John Rave had a couple of knocks, batting second. That's where this lineup is right now. So, Tyler Tolbert had a couple more hits. It was maybe that's the next few years' answer at the utility spot. I'd like him to, know where the base is.
Not get picked off.
Yes. But, so the big picture, this year's loss, the wins and losses don't matter. It's about the talent moving forward as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, it sucks, but build a bridge. Get over it. Let's hear from Clark Hunt. He spoke today. Bouncing back. Hunt has confidence that Coach Reed and the staff will return the Chiefs to their winning ways.
Obviously, last year was disappointing for all of us, but sometimes that happens. Sometimes injuries happen, and you've got to be able to bounce back. We had a year early in Andy's tenure where we didn't make the playoffs, and it was disappointing. And, there was a lot of concern at the end of that season, and some questions about whether Andy should continue to be the coach of the Chiefs. And fortunately, we made that decision that we thought he had a bright future, and he certainly lived up to that. I just think Andy's a special coach. He's a Hall of Fame coach. He has an incredible staff. Got to hear from Spags today, who's one of the best in the business. And I'm very optimistic that the team's going to bounce back. But there's a lot that goes into it. It starts here at training camp. It's about getting better every day. You can't think about what happened last year, and you can't look ahead. You've got to be focused on, winning the day. That was part of my message to the team last night, is we've got to focus on the present.
Okay. Seems to be about what you'd like to hear. And I think what you say about Andy Reid after he has first losing season since 2000, or first non-playoff year, his first losing season as the Chiefs coach and first non-playoff year since 2014, I'd expect that kind of support. Go 7-10. Next year, the total will be different, I would expect. Practice facility, we talked about the stadium earlier in the show. We did that in the 2 o'clock hour. If you missed it, you can catch it on the podcast, 810WHB.com. And on that 810 app, Hunt explained that they've taken inspiration from other teams and what they've done with their practice facilities.
We've looked at a lot of teams' practice facilities as we've thought about the future design of our new practice facility. And there certainly will be some similarities to what the Cowboys have at the Star or what the Vikings have. Those are two that we've looked at closely. Obviously, every situation is a little bit different based on geography and location of the facility. We think we do have an opportunity to have a mixed-use development around the new practice facility, which would be similar to both the Vikings and the Cowboys. We will design the practice facility so that we're able to host training camp. Having the right amount of space, having parking lots, those are the kind of things you have to think about. Ultimately, the decision on where we have training camp is going to be up to the head coach of the team. I certainly hope it's still Andy at that point, but if it's a new coach, the new coach will have a big say in that as well.
St. Joe, let me prepare you. They're leaving. Okay, I don't know. I'm not sure about that part at the end. It's not up to the coach. In my opinion, I do not think it's up to the coach. not in any way, shape, or form. But I think the idea, like Andy Reid likes the dorm and the team building. Nobody else does. And around the league, I mean, I'm not saying within the Chiefs organization, whatever Andy likes, Andy gets, and everybody's on board. But around the league, everybody's going to their training facility if possible. And that will happen here as well. So I just want to be clear, St. Joe, you can listen to it. They may say that again. I don't think there's a snowball's chance in hell that they are there once that facility is completed. So don't get hurt when they say we're out. Listen, they've been signing 1-year deals. Why do you think they signed a 5-year deal? Because they're leaving Missouri and they're worried that the Missouri University will be like, you got to go. Go play in Kansas. First of all, there are other Missouri universities that would step up. But that area, Mo West, is just kind of trying to make it a little better, a little bit better, a little bit better every single year. So you've got a lot of equity in there of things they've done for you to make it the way you want, from taking what was a mud puddle everywhere in certain spots to rocking that over and paving certain things. And, it's not a $1 billion project, but they've been a good partner. And the Chiefs were kind of, whatever. Well, no, you're headed to Kansas? Oh, we'll sell for 5. Make sure we got what we got. But then after that, they gone. I'm going to tell you that right now. Cap space is tight. However, Clark Hunt says the team can still be flexible with the cap during the season.
During this offseason, we did a number of things to create cap space so that we could add the players that we've added to the roster. But invariably, as you get close to the season, there are always injuries or perhaps places that you want to get better. And certainly if we feel like we need to do that, if we need to create some cap space, we'll do that to make sure that we go into the season as strong as we can.
Okay. So he thinks they've got a little bit of flexibility. I don't. I think you're pretty much looking at that roster. I think it'd be a very minor move, more the Josh Gordon league minimum type than like, oh, there's a guy where if we take a $12 million hit, we can get a guy who's 28 and, still playing at a high level. I don't see that being a possibility.
I don't think they can afford Deebo Samuel or Stephon Diggs right now.
No, I don't think so either. All right. Although I don't think those guys are going to get what they want either. Like camps are open, boys. Like, I don't know what game of chicken you think you're playing, but they just went, oh, okay, we're going to keep driving at you. Those are the headlights of a car coming right at you. Keep standing on the road. See what happens. One more, talking about looking forward. Clark Hunt says last year's results are in the past.
It's not something that we've really talked about since. It's in the past, and it's time to move forward. That's certainly Andy's mentality, the entire coach's mentality, something that has been stressed to the team that we're not going to think about last year because it doesn't do us any good. They've studied the film already. They know what didn't go right. Andy's made the adjustments that he feels like he needs to from a scheme standpoint, but also from a personnel standpoint. And we're excited about moving into 26. Can't wait for September 14th to get here.
There is Chairman and CEO of the Kansas City Chiefs, Clark Hunt, getting ready for the season with his address. I think the next time he'll talk will be if they're going into the playoffs. Or maybe catching him at the Super Bowl, something along those lines. Steve Spagnuolo at the podium as well. L'Jarius Sneed is back for him, so he's happy to have an old friend back.
You know how I feel about him. He's it's like having the son come back, right? Now you guys know he's in the ramp up. He hasn't really been out there, but when you see him just in the jog throughs that we do against ourselves, I mean, you can see it's coming back. He's excited. I love the way LJ, Nick, Drew, Shamari, I love the way they interact. They were together for those number of years when we were playing really well. So hopefully we can find that same ingredient.
Worried about?
Well, what doesn't surprise me is at the beginning of that cut, he said, LJ is not really out there yet.
Well, yeah.
He's not really participating yet.
Yeah, he's not going to participate a lot. Is the way they were able to get him out on the field on Sundays in the past was to protect him in the practices. So I don't know how much folks are going to see him at St. Joe at all. But we'll see. Up front, they have now, 2 first-round picks at defensive end with FAU back at practice. They got a second-round pick in our Mason Thomas, Ashton Gelati, a third-round pick, Gelati, Thomas, and FAU competing at that defensive end spot. We know George Karlaftis will start at one of them. Spag says there are several guys competing on that other side.
We're all going to compete in there. Listen, our Mason has done some really good things, but he's in the rookie process. Ashton's in the second year, and he looks like a guy that's made some steps in the second year. It's not all new to him like it was a year ago. And then getting Felix back has been pretty important, especially with the fact that Ethan got dinged. Just in my mind, Felix made one really good play today in the run game. And let's hope he can do that, right? Get over the injury issues and be a factor for us.
Okay. I didn't hear any ringing endorsement there, but yeah, we got a little bit of a competition. Tyquan Thornton is back as a Kansas City Chief, one of the few that actually has some experience with Chad O'Shea. He related what that past experience is like.
During the draft process, I had a chance to meet with Chad when he was with the Browns. So, and he coached at New England Patriots in the past. So, I mean, we see the same way. So, great to have him in the room. He's a great coach, man, very hands-on. And I see our room. We definitely getting better each and every day.
Okay. So he's been around him, at least in an interview process. We'll see how well they click together. The wide receivers need to be better for this team to be as good as it can be, or it will be a long year. Like, you've got less experience, you let a lot of snaps walk out, and you're expecting to be better. They're expecting Chad O'Shea to do a lot with a group that's been really disappointing, to say the least. So we'll see how it goes. Let's take a break. We come back. Let's talk some Royals baseball. David Lesky from Inside the Crown joins us to talk about today's 4-3 loss. Welcome back here on the program here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Petro, Collier, Thunderdome. In for Curtis. Curtis, he don't work here no more. No, that's not true. He's just on vacation.
He's ducking me.
Settle down. Don't be running down Curtis like that. All right?
Sorry.
Don't be running him down. No, David Lesky is with us from Inside the Crown on a day that the Royals, the bed is not one you want to sleep in without doing some laundry. Maybe a new mattress, because it, like, what's that Parasite doing? That explosive style?
If they don't have a mattress topper at this point for this bullpen, that's
rubber
on them.
mattress topper.
That's
you need
on
a
them.
rubber mattress
yes,
topper.
that's on them though.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, there's been a lot of sheets that need to be cleaned.
Yeah.
Sheets, SHEETS. Sheets.
It's a perfect clarification.
Just want to be clear. The other would work too, but I just want to be clear on where I'm going with this. But I don't know. It's frustrating. I don't like it. I'd rather them win. I want the team on the field to try to win, and they did. And there are positives to take away. But do you worry about losing yet another one late?
At this point, no.
No.
Does it change anything?
No.
I mean, truly, does it? If you look at this team, do you believe that another ninth inning loss, another late loss, changes their mindset?
No.
I don't. And look, to their credit, they generally bounce back pretty well, which can be a good thing or a bad. It can be a bad thing because, hey, we're used to this. Don't worry, we'll get them back tomorrow.
Right.
Or it's look, the thing about Matt Quatraro, we can argue about his decisions, and I have some thoughts. A manager in Major League Baseball is a people manager more than anything in the game today.
Saris told us that.
And yeah.
And then look at Dave Roberts. He's super chill. He's always got a $500 million payroll. I mean, I don't want to point this out right now. I'd be pretty chill with a $500 million payroll.
I would enjoy that. But his mantra of today, the team shows it. You don't see a hangover from stuff like this. You really don't. And it got him through 2023. It put him in the playoffs in 2024. They had a winning season in 2025. This year's been bad.
Well, let's give some of the people what they want. And you said, are there things to nitpick on Quatraro?
Sure. Well, look.
Where would you start?
I mean, you want to talk today, bring in Matt Strahm in a spot where the one thing that ends the game is the thing that Matt Strahm does the best, and it's give up a home run.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can make an argument that's a bad decision.
Who else should he have gone to?
I started writing for tomorrow already because I thought, I'm going in. I'm gonna talk to Soren. He's gonna ask me the hard questions because
that's what I do.
He's a big J journalist, and my answer is Nate Pearson.
Dan Patrick can kiss my ass.
Yeah, you got nothing on you.
Hard questions are being fired right now. What's wrong with Matt Quatraro? No, who would you go to instead?
I would have gone with Nate Pearson, and here's why. I actually have no problem with them going to Urseg in the ninth. And I'll get to that. I'll start with the Nate Pearson part. The reason that I would have gone to Nate Pearson with the bases loaded and 2 outs is because A, he's handled lefties quite well this year, and Cody Clemens is lefty. And B, Cody Clemens has a 140 average with a 193 slugging percentage against 96 miles per hour plus this season. Nate Pearson throws hard. And C, there's a third reason. I don't know if I said 1 and 2 or A and B, but C, regardless, you got to find out what you have in Nate Pearson. Why not throw him in a leverage spot?
I mean, Nate Pearson, you just picked up off waivers from the Astros,
Sure.
right? I'm right. That's who Nate Pearson was. He's not some guy I missed down in the minors. He's probably a journeyman.
Probably.
I would, and I'm with you. Like, do you want to? Let's see what he is. I think that I have no argument with what you said, but I also think there's an element of if you think you can trade Matt Strahm, you need to get him going. And what better way than to
get the last out with the bases loaded?
Yeah.
That's a showcase. And if you lose, you said it before.
You don't have anything to trade right now anyway.
Right.
So try to quickly build up that trade value. That's why I think there may have been more factors at work than just trying to win the game.
Well, and I wonder too if Urseg in the ninth was that too. If some team said, "Hey, look, we love this stuff," and that's what I come back to with Urseg. They need to get, if they don't trade him, which I think they probably shouldn't, because I imagine you're trading him at the absolute lowest. If they don't trade him, the stuff is there. I mean, you watched it today. 98, the slider was filthy. the struggles he's having right now is he can't get a guy to chase. It's the struggle he's had all season long. It's a struggle he had last season, but he pitched around it. They need to figure that out. And I don't care if they put him in the ninth inning to figure that out. On a day, Steven Cruz wasn't available, Daniel Lynch wasn't available. You can say, well, they only threw 16 pitches total yesterday. That's fine. Neither one of them's ever pitched 3 days in a row. And a season when your team is going for 16 games under 500 is not the time to start that. I don't care. I don't care if you win or lose. There is no reason to put something on a pitcher that he's never done before in this series right now. So who do you have available? And you can go down the list. Who's available if it's not Cruz or Lynch in the ninth inning? It's Alex Lang. Nobody wants that at this point. It's John Schreiber, who, by the way, the Twins are going to put up lefties, and John Schreiber's given up 1,000 OPS to lefties. Okay, great. And then you get to Urseg, Strom, and then it's Nate Pearson, who I've been fine with, and Easton McGee. Easton McGee seems like a creative player name. I'm sorry.
You mentioned Lynch going the last 2 days. It was 10 and 10 pitches.
It is. It was.
So, but there's also the warm up and everything that goes into it. And I'm with you. I'm with with your original statement. I don't really care.
Yeah. You know what I care about? Noah Cameron was amazing for the second straight game. Jack Caglione put his A swing on a ball and hit it. I don't care what they say. That was 7,000 feet. It was the same as the home run derby. They got it wrong. It was 7,400 feet. I was wrong. I'm a little bit low. I mean, hit the flag. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And Carter Jensen, by the way, 2 walks, great. That base running in the whatever inning it was that he scored, that was great base running. That was the perfect turn at third, see what happens, go. That was perfect. All pieces of that the Royals are going to need in 2027 and beyond. I don't care that Matt Strom gave up a home run. Yeah. I mean, I care because, like you said, I want to see a win.
Yeah, I want to see him win. But like then, okay, now we're done talking about today. In today's terms, what about today? Big picture. Today, big picture was a good thing.
Yeah,
because Matt Strom wasn't part of the future anyway. But the parts of the future, the pieces that are the parts of the future, were all good.
Yep.
You know, I mean, even Tyler Tolbert had a couple of hits. Like, where do you sit on Tyler Tolbert as being, nice little super sub, at least a good utility guy?
Yes, and we talked about this a couple weeks ago when he was on his 12 for 12.
You said he's never going to make another out.
I did say that. Turns out I was wrong.
I was way off.
What a bonehead. I said the other day, and he's gotten a couple hits since then, but I said the other day he was 13 for his last 27 at one point, which would be great, except for it started off with 12 for 12.
Yeah.
So not exactly what you want.
Yeah.
But a couple weeks ago, the hitting, the 12 for 12 was great. The fact that he's shown he can play shortstop, I think means he's a big league utility guy.
Yeah.
Because if you can play, there's so much value in being able to do that, especially, and I don't know what Garcia's hand thing is going to be long term. I don't know if it is long term. I don't know if this is just a thing they're going to go, look, the season's shot. We can only find out he's hurt when he's playing, and we can't do anything until he gets hurt, and then he gets hurt every time he fouls the ball off. This is shot, whatever. But it could be a chronic thing. I don't know. They might need.
What about Vinny Pasquantino being back on the IL?
Well, I'm talking about from the shortstop perspective. Yeah. But yes, I mean, that's the training staff is an issue as well.
Yes.
But with Tolbert's ability to play shortstop, I think makes him a big leaguer because he steals bases at an incredible rate. He might not have the best instincts. There needs to be some work there for sure. But what he does well, I think he does well enough that if he's the 26th man on the roster, I think I think he fit. I think you can win with that. He can't be the 13th position player. If he's the 13th position player, he can't be the 10th position player. He can't be the first guy off the bench. But if he's the last guy, I think you can win with that. Because, again, he can handle shortstop. He steals bases in big spots. There's a lot to like. And he's not a zero with the bat. I mean, I wrote it today, and you liken him to Gerard Dyson a little bit. Dyson never had a 400 slugging percentage at any point. Tolbert's had one in the minors, at least. He's not a zero offensively. And so I think that having that is useful as long as there are 12 guys better than him, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now, absolutely. Like, I feel like he is reaching a point of at least filling that. And I know people are like, we need a center fielder. And we need, yes, you do.
Yeah.
But you still got to put a whole 26-man roster together.
You've also got to have the 13th guy.
Yeah. So, I mean, we will address that. Yes, they don't have this, right? But I do think saying, okay, here's a guy that can fill in for you at a lot of different spots.
And he's cheap.
And he's cheap here for the next couple of years. But I don't even care if you got to pay him some money when he starts into arbitration. If he can steal some bases and not get picked off, though, that's the thing.
That's the problem.
He's the post-game interview last night because he has a couple of hits with a home run, another one that he goes oppo off the wall, and then he gets picked off second base. I mean, when I say he goes oppo, he didn't hit it out. But, I mean, he hit it hard enough that it could have been out in some places, and it was opposite field. I mean, there's actually some pop in those wrists, and then he goes and gets picked off second base, which was really what he was on the team for initially. The other thing is he's not young.
He's 28, and he's not as fast as you think either.
Right.
But he is a good base stealer.
But I do think that, in some ways, it's better that he's 28.
Sure.
In the sense that you're getting the most mature version of him while he's cost effective, and then you can let him go somewhere else.
And
when he's expensive, or maybe hopefully trade him when somebody needs a utility guy in a couple of years. Okay, we got this guy, and then you flip him into a young player.
Yeah. He has the most games with a home run and a stolen base of any Royal since his debut.
What is that, 2?
3.
3?
With 4 total home runs. And by the way, the game he had the fourth home run, he was called safe on the stolen base and called out because he came off the bag. That was one where he was hovering over the bag. That's the over the bag.
Well, that's the other thing is like he does all those things wrong.
He does all those. But my point, if this was before replay review, he would have had 4 games in that.
Who's the least instinctual guy you can ever remember that was a decent player?
Oh,
because that's just baseball instincts.
Yeah, that's a good. I'd have to think. I mean, I used to watch Eric Hosmer run around the bases like he had no idea what was like. He was just going to run until he got tagged out. I feel like for a time. I think he got better at that. I'm trying to think if there's somebody else there. I know there's somebody else. I'm just blanking on who it might be. I don't know. Because
off the top of my head, I kind of feel like, if he can look impressive here for a couple of days, maybe somebody trades for him now.
Could be.
And I do want to be clear, he's 28, I think he's 28 or 29.
Yeah.
And so he's not young. So if you're like, oh, wow, we got something here. Wait a minute, they traded him? Yes. Because I don't think, like, if anyone's thinking, well, maybe he's the answer at second, or I don't think so.
No.
I mean, I think the more he plays, the more he gets exposed, and the numbers will come back to the pack. But he is a useful player for this team moving forward.
I think you can win with Tyler Tolbert on your roster.
Yeah.
He right now he's probably the 11th of 13 position players. And that is part of why they're not good. Because he needs to be the 13th of 13 if you're going to win. And it's the same thing as the Kyle Isbell argument. If he's your center fielder batting 9th because you've got 7 or 8 guys way better, you're probably fine. If he's your center fielder batting 9th and you don't have anybody else, you're probably not very good. And that's Tolbert with his roster spot.
Yeah, but Jack, you mentioned Noah Cameron. Let's go back to Noah Cameron. How fixed is he? We thought he was fixed when they messed with his delivery.
Yeah, back in mid-May.
Yeah. So just calling his own pitches is the thing?
I don't know if it's calling his own pitches as much as it is a different pitch mix. And so how much of it is that he's doing it versus that the pitch mix is better? I don't know. But he's throwing his four-seamer less, which the four-seamer is not a great pitch for him. Everything, I think that he believed and the Royals believed that he played off that four-seamer and that the other pitches worked off of it. But the problem was it was getting hit. And so now today, for most of the game, it was more cutters than anything. Again, second straight game, but then the changeup took over late. I think he threw one more changeup than cutters. But even so, changeup and cutter at the lead, that's been a big change for him. I don't know so much if it's that he's calling the pitches or if it's the pitches are just a better repertoire. But it's when somebody makes a change and they do well, you notice it. If they don't make a change and they do well, you're like, all right, well, I need some time to see this for longer. I wouldn't say he's fixed. I don't think I'm able to say, oh, he's a number 3. It's encouraging.
Yeah.
And it's something to keep an eye on. He's, 10 more starts this year, probably. Hope 8 of them are good. I'll feel really good. If 3 of them are good, I won't.
10, maybe 11.
Yeah.
Because we just passed the 1/3 or the 2/3 poll.
That's true. Yeah.
About a third
So
of the season.
What are they, 45 and 53? 63?
Record, no, 46 and 64.
46 and 64. So 52 games left. So yeah, probably 10 or 11 starts.
Yeah.
But so if 8 of them are really good, they don't have to be like today. But, if 8 of them are quality starts or better, yeah, I'm going to feel good about him going into 2027. If 3 of them are, no, I'm not going to feel good. But right now I feel, I say this all the time, can't have 3 without 2, 4 without 3. He's got 2 now. So,
It would be great if he could get his ERA to 4.
Yeah.
Or under 4. If he could pull that off, because he's a 4.59 after today.
Okay.
So, that's very doable.
Yeah.
When it's really high, it's easier to bring it down. But, like, the idea that he's going to grind it all the way back to just over 3, that's not going to happen. But you would prefer a guy, if he gets his ERA down to 4, is he more valuable? Which is more valuable, the guy who just throws a 4 ERA every game, or the guy that throws a 1 for a little bit, and then a guy who throws, and then later throws a 7 for a little while?
I wonder that all the time. I don't know.
I think in the playoffs, I'll roll the dice on the guy that can get the 1.
But for the course of the season, I'd rather have the guy
who's the 4.
3 runs, 6 1/3 every time out.
Yeah,
I would feel good about that. But yeah, I think you're right. In the playoffs, I'd rather have the guy who might go 8 with 1 hit allowed.
Yeah, for sure. We're talking to David Lesky here in the program. We'll take a quick break, come back, talk some more Royals baseball. Inside the Crown is his great blog. You can check it out. Must read if you're a Royals fan. More with David next here in the program.
All right, our La Feta Delicatessen end of the hour answer. Rockies reliever Jordan Romano leads both the Angels and Rockies in saves this year. How many saves does he have?
Oh, I know it. I just saw a tweet about it.
12.
No.
Less? He's got like 5 and like 6 and 4 or something.
Nope.
He has 8 saves.
8 saves. He's doing 2 teams.
4 for each of them. To be fair, it's the Angels and Rockies who are the 2 teams worse than the Royals.
Yes,
but still, it's crazy.
Who's leading the Royals now?
It's still Urseg. He's got 12.
Alex Lang's at 10, isn't he?
Yeah, 10. Is he 10?
That's what I was thinking. I remember his 10th save. Let's see here. Yeah, Lang's 10 of 13.
Yeah, Urseg's 12 of 19 now.
12 of. Oh, did he get a blown one today?
Yeah, well, I don't.
I don't think so. I don't think it goes on.
But he
strong,
gave up the third run. The third run was his.
So Urseg got a hold.
Yes, he got a hold.
And by the way,
take it to arbitration.
Those of you people that are out there like, we do holds in my league. It's so much better than saves. I give you Lucas Urseg, 2/3, a hit, 3 runs, 3 earned, a walk, a strikeout, and a hold.
Beautiful. He got a hold. You won your week because of Lucas Urseg getting a hold.
Matt Strom got the loss in his 4th blown save. So
I would have bet more.
Yeah, I would too.
Because you can get a blown save in the 7th or 8th.
I think it's because he's been brought in to tie games and probably got a bunch,
That's
true. How many losses did I say?
4. Did you say 4? No.
No, you said more blown saves or more losses? Which did you think he has?
More
he's
losses.
3 and 4 with 4 blown saves.
Oh, so the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the bullpen's important. It's not just the bullpen on this team, right? The bullpen's a killer because it's not just what you lose; it's the mental anguish.
Yes,
I had somebody who was in the game forever, who we were talking about this the other day, and he texted me. He goes, "You're absolutely right." He goes, "If you're the Dodgers and you blow one late, it's not that big a deal because you know you're really good.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're just a good team, or you're not sure if you're a good team, and then you blow one, it's crushing.
It is
because you're like, we needed that game." And the Dodgers know they're going to win a bunch more.
Because you
it's
need
not
every
a big
single
deal
game.
for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So from that standpoint, is it more important to have a good closer when you're this team?
Arguably. And
because it kind of shines a different light on they wouldn't trade Soria. Well, because they know it would cripple everybody mentally to have everything being blown all the time. I would still trade any asset I've got and be like, you guys got to get tougher.
If the deal is there, do it. I went back and looked. I went through the schedule because I was just curious a couple days ago. I counted anywhere you could make an argument, anywhere between 9 and 12 games that this team with last year's bullpen wins. Let's say it's 12. What did you say there? 46 and 64?
They would then be 58
and 52.
52. And they would be
in the playoffs.
They would be tied for first place in the division.
Yeah. And let me be clear. It's not just the bullpen that's the issue, but
if just that part of it. So do you believe that then them saying we're not so are they not that far then?
So here's my problem. Here if you had asked if and this is a total hypothetical, obviously, but if you could tell me that Cole Reagans is going to be healthy, sure, because then they've got the guy at the top of the rotation. The problem that I have with them competing in 2027 with the current group of players is who's starting games. I mean, right now they're doing it with smoke. Randy Dobnak, look, he had a great game. He's not a starter for you in 2027. If he is, things have gone as bad as they did this year.
I am always open to the fact that a pitching coach can give a guy a new weapon. If I start hearing that's like,
sure,
he had a couple of decent offerings, and now we've given him a real weapon.
But that doesn't happen with. I mean, and
I agree with you that planning on Dobnak being an anchor in your rotation, bad idea.
It could be somebody else though, and so that's why I'm curious what the roster looks like on Monday night, and if they go out, and we didn't expect the starters that they got last year. Obviously, they're all hurt or Bailey Falter now, so who knows, but. If I'm just curious, I want to see what happens. I'm not saying something will necessarily, but if they go out and get a couple of starters, okay, well, it's a different look. So we'll see. But it's the problem I have is I don't know who's going to start games, and it's not like they can't go get people, right? Like there are free agents, there are trades to be made, they're going to have money to spend. I know people don't think they're going to, but I texted you this morning. If If they do their typical 10% raise on the payroll, which they've done the last couple of years, they should have about $60 million to spend without trading anybody.
I want to go back to something you said about, Cole Reagans. If they have Cole Reagans back, let me ask you a question. Who's the best pitcher in baseball this year?
This year, Mizrowski's probably up there,
right? Up there. I mean, he's it. Right? He's
probably,
leading in every.
I haven't looked at recently, but he's probably the guy.
Okay,
I would say Christopher Sanchez. Any of those guys. He hasn't been as good lately, but
I'll look on some up here.
And to be clear, Cole Reagans is the idea, not the actual person,
right?
Necessarily.
So, what do you think the Brewers' record is when he starts?
Mizrowski?
Mm-hmm.
How many starts does he have?
21? He has 20.
20? 15-5.
And what do you think Michael Wacha is when he starts?
He's at 22, right?
He is at 21.
21 starts. 12 and 9.
Oh, okay. It's a little more pronounced. He's 7-14.
Michael Wacha?
Royals are 7-14 when Wacha pitches. Mizrowski, however, this is one of the things I think, we all get fooled by it when you go dive into it. They are 13-7.
13-7, okay.
So, as good as your ace is, the fact that they don't go deep anymore,
it makes a difference.
They give up more runs. And so the Cole Reagans thing, to your point, my point on this is it's why I was a proponent of trading Cole Reagans if you could get a good value, but a proponent of trading Cole Reagans to get an everyday outfielder, a good one, not just, I would have wanted better than Isaac Collins, and I like Isaac Collins.
Sure.
He's a good player. I would have wanted better than Lane Thomas. And you're in the get it right business. It doesn't matter which outfielder I might have picked out of the Red Sox. You just go get a good, get Alex Gordon.
Yeah.
Okay. For Cole Reagans. And I would be happy because we've all talked about he was a ticking time bomb. He's a ticking time bomb, and they don't actually put their thumb on the scale as much as people think.
They don't. And maybe it's more that they don't have anybody. Because, again, let's go through the rotation for next year. Right now, Wacha, Lugo, Cameron, Avila. My thumb's not even being used right now.
It's Dobnak.
It's Dobnak. And so if you look at the rotation for next year and you say, if you go back and you say, oh, well, they're going to have Reagan. I mean, again, fully hypothetical. They're going to have Reagans and Wacha and Lugo and Kolek and Bergert and all this. Okay, Cameron. Okay, yeah, I think they can win in 20. It makes it harder because it's not that they don't have Cole Reagans. They don't have anybody else.
By the way, it's not Dobnak because I forgot. There's no control on him either. So they're going to have to pay him. The better he pitches, now you need him to cool off and throw a 4.
All right. Stop throwing 7 shutout innings.
Let's throw a 4.25 and get that ERA right to 4.
We'll give you $3.5 million. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean,
but the point is, it's not Cole Reagans. It's not any one pitcher. It's that they don't have a fifth pitcher,
right?
And so it's hard. But again, there are pitchers out there. They will sign pitchers. They're not going to go into next year with 4 starters, I would imagine. So but they have to make smart decisions.
Yeah, but I just, I love Jacob Mizrowski, but he's 11-4. They're 13-7. Yeah. So when he comes out of the game, you're on the downslope.
I mean, I can look this up. I'm curious what they are with the Phillies are with Zach Wheeler, because he does go. Maybe he hasn't gone as deep into games, but let's see, 2026. They're 13-4 when he starts.
Why has he only made 17 starts? Did he miss a few?
He started the year. He had the thoracic outlet syndrome.
Oh, okay.
So he started the year in late April.
Well, he missed the time when they were ice cold and fired the manager, and came back when they're like, okay, we got to go. We just got a manager fired here, guys. Let's get things going.
Yeah, but to your point, when a guy when you're asking,
but your point is a good one. Yes.
When you're asking for 6 innings, though.
But I remember because when I used to bet baseball for 2 years living in Vegas, I bet baseball every day, and the one thing that I learned and I logged it all and did it.
Was it easier then?
Yes.
I would think it would be easier.
Yes,
yeah.
I think it was. And what I found, first of all, I bet a very minimal amount, and I worked in a casino. so it was easy to get to the window. We did our show from a casino. I didn't work for the casino, but and so I would just head over to the window and put my games in, and then I would chart it. I had a spreadsheet that I was charting it, and I learned real quickly that like Pedro Martinez is great, but they don't win every time Pedro's out there.
Yeah,
and like that's when I realized real quick that like you cannot bet the heavy favorites. And so, like, Michael Wacha goes up against, Jacob Mizorowski, and you give me plus, I'm probably going to get like plus 300. I won't do 5 of those. I'd always bet either 3 or 5 games every day. And because I wanted to win or lose, right? And I bet mostly mild favorites to dogs to mild dogs with an occasional big dog. I never bet a big favorite. Never. And because I quickly realized, like, you're laying like minus 360, and he's really more like, it really should be laying like 220.
Well, and it's baseball.
Like, it's a massive overlay. And if you get the bullpen out, and then that's where I was like, okay, who grinds out the pitchers? Who's taking the most pitches? And you start looking for those stats. It's like, okay, I get a decent pitcher for the Yankees going up against this really good guy for this okay team, whoever it might be. The Yankees are going to grind him out of the game. He's not going 8.
And you're going to get 3 relievers,
And I'm going to get 3 relievers, and the guy going for the Yankees is a pretty good guy that'll hang in there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that is such an important part of the game. And it's why walking is such an important part of the game that this franchise still can't get its arms around.
Yeah.
They're getting better.
It's better. It's much better.
But
it's relative.
Yeah. But it is. It's like they make it seem so hard, and it's not nearly as hard as they think it is. I mean, that just scares the hell out of me. The trade deadline will occur between now and when we talk again on this. By the way, if you're a listener to our Kaufman Corner podcast, we're going to move to Monday night so we can get the trade deadline in on Monday. So usually we go Sundays at 9. We'll be Monday night at 9 this coming up weekend. I mean, do we start to see some little things happen? Is this going to be a big dud of a deadline?
This is anecdotal.
Not just for the Royals. I mean,
for everybody.
The sport. As it turned out, that's
did you miss
strike next year?
Did you miss the Jake Rogers deal?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's a big boy.
They're trickling in. Is that faucet dripping?
I don't think so.
Oh, there's a drop. There's a drop.
Oh, yeah. It is. Okay, we'll call the plumber. Anecdotally, I feel like when it's this quiet, this close, we're 4 days away.
Yeah. That a volcano's about to occur?
Maybe I'm hopeful, but I don't know. The problem, the playoff structure is doing what it's supposed to do for hope. It is killing the deadline, because how many teams are for sure sellers? It's 7, and how many teams are for sure buyers?
And I guess
3.
Is that because the sellers like the Royals are going, we want top dollar? Like everybody's doing the same thing the Royals are about Michael Wacha, and the teams are like, I'm not even sure I'm in it.
Right. And
I don't even know if I should be buying. Like the Twins last night on the broadcast, said, well, the Twins are buyers. The Twins are buyers. The GM says they're buyers. I wouldn't advertise that. I'd just be quiet. See if somebody doesn't come offer you the world for one of your guys to sell, and just be like, that's what we wanted to do all along.
Right. How many teams are going, do we really want to give up a top prospect to get the 6th seed and play a wild card series on the road and maybe not even get a home playoff game? I mean, that factors in. And how many
the top prospects usually do not pan out, though.
And they don't. You're right, they don't.
The deals generally favor the team that's getting the proven commodity
at the deadline. When you get the offseason deals are different a little bit.
Is that right?
Not drastically so.
Because the deadline is an act of desperation?
Yeah, I think what happens, yes. Because I believe what happens is you say, we have to make the playoffs. We have to make the World Series. We have to, whatever.
I don't know if it was on Baseball America or where I was looking, but somebody wrote an article, something about like there have been 105.
It was Baseball America.
Was it Baseball America?
Yeah.
Top 100 prospects traded since such and such. Was it just at the deadline?
I think it was at the deadline. Like 8 panned out or something.
Yeah, the returns are not good.
No. And I saw somebody talk about it was in reference to Scooble, the ace trades, and they were like, the Tigers have had the best trade among aces with David Price deal, and the worst trade with Justin Verlander.
Yeah.
So,
but I also feel like part of that's like when you say top 100, there's a big difference between the 92 prospect and the 5th.
And I always say this too about top, like the 92nd prospect could very well be the 134th prospect.
The
At some
92nd
point.
prospect is probably a guy who peaked at 22 and is on his way out.
Could be.
Or he's a guy that just got in there at 92
Or he's
and may
17
never
years
go
old.
any higher. Yeah. And it's like, okay, we're throwing him in here. You know, the kid the Royals have,
Angel Gomez?
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Angel, I believe.
Is that what it is? The G silent?
I believe so.
Isn't there a G in there somewhere? Angel?
Angeibel. I believe it's
Angel?
Okay. I could be wrong.
But like, you know, they love the tools and he looks good. And
the results are there in the Dominican League.
Yeah, in the Dominican League.
Yeah.
And so it's like he's going to be a top 100 prospect.
Yeah.
But then we don't even know. We hadn't even seen like real competition.
He hasn't seen a 20-year-old yet.
Yeah.
I mean, he's facing 16 and 17-year-olds.
Yeah.
Mostly.
I think the Royals got to do something, and I think they will. We both agree. Lane Thomas and John Schreiber.
I
will
think
probably
there's
get
a
that.
big market for Lane Thomas. I'm not saying a big return market, but there. How many right-handed bats are there? I saw that Joe Adell and Jorge Soler are Yankees targets. I'd rather have Lane Thomas.
The Mets can get out from under the Jorge Soler deal already.
No, the Angels.
Soler.
Soler, yeah.
I always get Soler and Juan
You're thinking,
Soto.
yeah.
I'm always like, big difference there,
They're
by the way.
very similar players.
I was like, what? The Mets are going to move Juan Soto back to the Yankees? No. That's what I was thinking in my head.
But I would rather have
So
Lane
Jorge
Thomas
Soler.
than either of those two, personally. At the cost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It better heat up though. I really want to see them.
I'm bored. I want something.
I just want to see them be transactional.
Yeah.
You know? And so
yeah, I agree.
And if you think you're close, and if you think, hey, those bullpen numbers we just gave you, like then buy.
Go out and get controllable relievers.
That's what. Yeah, controllable. Or how about controllable starters?
Controllable pitchers.
Yeah,
say pitchers. Yeah.
I mean that's the thing. So, and that's what. And for me, they don't have to be almost at the big leagues, but for them, it does. And I think that's what kills any momentum.
Agreed.
Yeah. David, great stuff. I'll talk to you Monday night on our Kaufman Corner podcast.